set the record straight because I've been seeing too many platforms and people talk about this album, and I knew it was going to get heavily scrutinized because of who it is. But the amount of stuff I'm hearing about this album is ludicrous, it's just crazy. And I'm like, yo, we got to go live and talk about this because I'll be damned if I'm gonna have the greatest MC of all time get all type of hate and people throwing their fake narratives out there about this man, and he don't have to do this for us, but he gave us a gift this Christmas. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get 16 on here. I gotta get Rocker Bastard's gonna come on, and hopefully Ray Lansky and Freezy. But I'm glad that you're here because I wanted to be. I know you've been doing your thing for the whole summer and everything. I wanted to get you back on the platform, and let's just get to it. Like the Nas album comes out last week. Like Years, Nas and Preemo, an album we've been waiting for 30 years. What did you think about this album when you first heard it?
Now, I have mixed feelings.
Okay.
About Nas in the last 10 years. I know there are a lot of people that King's Disease trilogy, Magic trilogy, and this was an album that is sort of like what Dr. Dre was doing to us. Dr. Dre teased us with a project for decades. It's coming. Right. We're going to get it. It's coming. The fans are on high alert. Nas did the same thing with this Preemo album. I can't remember what year the talk started bubbling. When do you think it started? Like,
it started 30 years ago. Because from Illmatic is when, Preemo was on like his first like 5 albums, right? And every time he delivered, it was a single, it was banging, people loved it. And even back then, I remember people, the kids saying like, yo, they wanted a Nas and Preemo album. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, Preemo couldn't do it. He was doing the Gangstar stuff. He was doing the Gangstar Foundation artists, J. Rue and Bahamadia, Group Home, doing stuff with Branford Marsalis. So he was busy. But I always felt like at some point, just like when we wanted the Pete Rock album with Nas, like we wanted more Pete Rock to work with Nas, we didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like all through the years, they've heard the talk. Nas has heard it, Preemo has heard it, and then especially through the 2000s when after the beef with Jay, Illmatic comes out, that's a classic, and then Godson comes out, that was solid. But I felt like he had like a down period when he was dropping crap. You know what I'm saying? And I, even then I was like, yo, like, why not do something with Preemo again? You know what I'm saying? Because Preemo hasn't worked with him since Stillmatic.
Yeah.
Since Stillmatic, yeah. So it was like a long period that he didn't work with him. You know what I'm saying? And then when Nas decides to go on this 6 album run with Hit Boy, we get the Wave Gods joint with Preemo on it. That was a joint with him. I think A$AP Rocky.
And that's when I saw the internet started to heat up the talks again. Like when that Nas and Hit Boy stuff started to come out, we started getting the King's Disease stuff. Yeah, that's when I saw the internet started to we might get the Preemo and Nas. Yo, let's get the Preemo and Nas. Let's get the Preemo and Nas. So I think a lot of fans, when we finally got the word that it's going to come out. I remember a couple of months ago, before they dropped the date, I was still skeptical. Like I knew they would put this stuff together.
Right.
When I saw Preemo drop the date, I was like, oh, okay, okay, it's really happening. Right. So on one side of the fence, there's a lot of fans that has super high expectations for this album. Right. This is Nas we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This guy's been around since the early 90s, dropping gems. He's still here today in 2025, dropping gems.
Right.
Everybody knows how nice Preemo is. All right. Preemo has been dropping gems all through his career. And he's been doing a lot of albums leading up to this Nas album. He did a lot of other collaborations.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up because I've been saying I had an issue with, I noticed the change with Preemo like 7, 8 years ago, right? And he was one of those producers that wasn't doing a lot of collabo albums. Like Muggs is doing it. Muggs kind of reinvented itself to the newer generation by working with primo artists like Little Ito and Makami, Rock Marcy. Pete Rock was doing it. He was doing albums with Smith and Wesson and with Camp Low, Sky Zoo, and then you had Marco Polo do his albums with Master Ace. But Primo was far and few in between where he was doing albums with people. Like he did an album with Bumpy Knuckles, The Collection, and Knox was on that album. It was fire. He did the Black Point with Black Poet from Screwball. That was another good one. But that was like 10, 11 years ago, right? And he hasn't really embraced the newer artists except until now. Like he did the 7-track project with Rock Marcy and with Ransom.
That was pretty dope too. The Ransom stuff was good too.
I only like 3 songs from the Ransom project. Okay. And again, it's not even Ransom fault. It's the production. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good 3 songs that I like. I really love Survivor's Remorse. I felt like if he had given that beat to Nas would have killed it. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the Rock Marcy joint was decent. He had some joints on the air. But yeah. I noticed the change like 7, 8 years ago, and like the stuff that Primo was doing for other artists, like doing stuff for Griselda. He did something for Russ. He did something for Macklemore. He did something for Chance the Rapper. He even did a remix of Miley Cyrus. And I was like, yo, like maybe Primo is kind of getting away from hip hop, and he's extended his production skills to the mainstream artists, the pop artists or whatever.
Okay.
And I just I wasn't feeling it. I feel like a lot of those artists like Griselda was just saying, we got to jump with Primo just to say that they got to jump with Primo.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not nothing. It wasn't nothing memorable.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I was saying during the pandemic on this platform, on other platforms, I'm like, yo, Primo to me has fallen off, and it's gonna take something for him to get back on track. What I didn't know was he was using new equipment. So like a lot, the equipment that he used back in the 90s, he's not using no more. And then also you got to factor in we're not living in an analog era no more. Everything's all digital.
But hear this though. When people say Primo has fell off, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, how long do you think an artist or a DJ or a producer, how long do you think they can keep releasing content at a high level until they've run out of ideas to release content at a high level?
I mean, some of our legends, like yo, we had this same conversation that we have about Primo now is the same conversation we had about the RZA 25 years ago. RZA lost his sound where when he started was that real gritty, dusty,
but how many of those tracks can you keep creating until it's like you can't go back to the well anymore? But that's what they know. Listen, Teddy Riley started a whole genre with New Jack Swing for like a whole 2 decades. That was his sound. But
you know what I'm saying? It's like
Primo been putting out music since the late 80s.
I know, but I'm saying
we're 3 decades in. How much can Primo still create that stuff?
I get it, yeah, but that's what got him to the dance. Like from the first Gangsta album, No More Mr. Nice Guy, to now. That's what he's known for. Like he literally could say, arguably, he was like one of the creators of boom bap. You know what I'm saying? It was him. It was Diamond D, Lord Finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like the creators and the godfathers of boom bap. That's the sound. That's what got him here to this level in the first place, right? So like if you switch it up now, it's like, well, what you doing, Primo? We want that boom bap, gritty, dusted, monotone sound that you gave us back in the 90s.
Well, I downloaded the album. Not downloaded. I have Tidal, so by the time midnight, it's on Tidal. So I woke up Friday morning, put it, added to my list, and like everybody else, I listened to it in the morning. I listened to it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to like half of it. I didn't go through the whole thing. I listened to like half of it. Later on the day after, finished doing some work and stuff, finished listening the second half of it. I went over the whole weekend. Saturday, listened to it again a couple of times. Sunday, listen to it again a couple times, and I think that the product, because I see a lot of people really disrespecting the production on this, but I have to say, man, the production on this, even though it doesn't sound 100% like a Preemo sound, this album feels like you jumped into a time machine and you went back to the late 80s, 90s.
Right.
Like there are some stuff on here that he's doing. We'll go through song by song, but there's some songs that I don't think the production worked with the bars.
Right.
But this album, I think some people that are maybe not core Nas, core Preemo fans,
that could be it too,
probably don't understand the sound when they hear it. But when I listen to that album, I'm taken back to the late 80s, early 90s, man. So I think the sound of this album, which is it's not perfect, I think it's still production was still high tier production.
Let me tell you, there was a certain type of swing, a certain type of knock that Preemo had, right? And when I noticed like 7-8 years ago, it started to become different, and I felt like I was one of those people. I felt like, yo, like he fell off. Like if and I even said earlier this year, I'm like, yo, this Nas and Preemo album is dropping at the end of the year, and if it don't hit, wait, is people gonna finally say like, yo, maybe he did fall off, and people don't want to admit it? You know, like we were quick to say RZA fell off. We were quick to say Swiss Beats fell off, and Jermaine Dupri and you know many others. You know what I'm saying? Timbaland as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And hold on, I got Rocker Bash coming in. Rocker, salute, bro.
Yo, what up?
Rocker, what's good? Salute.
Salute.
Yo, what up? 16 bars. What up, Chop Bro?
What up, man?
What's the deal, Playboy? Happy holidays to you and your family.
Yeah.
Oh, same here, brothers.
We just talking about. I'm talking about Preemo's production over the years and like noticing the change from 7-8 years ago, right? So I would say like the last great produced album by Preemo was the Bumpy Knuckles collection album. He had Nas on that on there. There's a song called "Turn Up the Mic." It's a remix. Nas killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me was like his last great produced rap album. And then you have like the Prime. I like the first Prime album. The second one I didn't really care for. But even like if you notice, like the Gangstar album, it wasn't great. That one of the best. It wasn't one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
But try. I think we also got to look at. I'm a person that I put everything against everything. I compare everything. I compare early projects to late projects. I think that sometimes as consumers of music, something does not have to be great to be enjoyed. And at the bottom of it too, if something is bad, yes, we're supposed to say it's bad. Like we're not supposed to listen to something and hear it and say that. If you have an ear, you've been around for a long time. You've been listening to hip hop since just 80s, 90s. So you have an ear for that producer, that artist, and you have an ear for hip hop. So if somebody like you listen to an album and say, yo, 16, that album is hot, that album is trash, I'm not going to be like, yo, try, come on. No, I'm going to listen to what you're saying and understand that you're listening to the overall body of work. And if something is bad, sometimes we have to say, yo, this is not good.
Right.
You know, because we can't allow producers and artists to keep putting out these projects and everybody is riding on it. Like, no, some of this stuff is not good. Some of this stuff is good. Some of this stuff is great. So I think I agree with you. There are points where if Preemo has fell off, we should be able, as hip hop heads, we should be able to sit up and say, hey, man, this is not the same Preemo from the 80s and the 90s.
I agree. And I've been saying that. And I noticed it. And when I said it, people were like, yo, you crazy. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, if you follow Preemo from his whole career, from the first Gangstar album all the way to now, and I'm talking about everything, not just pick out the ones you want to hear, like all the Gangstar stuff, the group home, Bahamadia, J. Rule, everything, MOP stuff, everything, right? I would say around 7, 8 years ago is when he started. I noticed the fall off, right? And I said, I'm like, yo, if this is like one of the most anticipated albums since Detox, and he even said it on one of the songs on the album that people kept for years, people kept hounding him and Preemo about the album. This is like the most anticipated since Detox or whatever, and we never got Detox. Why is that? I think maybe deep down, Dre knew like, yo, it's gonna be hard to top the Chronic and Chronic 2001.
And that's the reason why I'm not too hard on these producers, because like I said, when you're early and you're young, when somebody first start doing something, you're at your hungriest.
Right.
You're broke. You have no money. You're trying to get on. You're trying to sell these records. You're trying to, like, some of our favorite artists, their best music is early in their career when they're hungry, when they really have to get out there and show and prove.
Right.
But I think after time goes on, if you produce so many songs, if you produce so many albums, if you sampled so many hundreds of thousands of times, there has to be a time when you can't reach that level anymore. That's why sometimes I'm not too hard on producers.
But you can fall off and then find your way back. To me, he found his way back on the Rock Marcy project. And then, even though I didn't like the Ransom project, I like 3 songs. And then when the De La album came out, that's some of his best production in years. And then for this album, to me, he found his way back. But there's like I said, like there's producers like Swiss Beat who fell off like 20 years ago, and he hasn't found his way back. Same with Timbaland.
Well, I think what Timbaland and Swizz did, I think sometimes you have to do that. You have to know when to hang it up and find a different lane. I'm not saying that you can't produce anymore, but I think that there are times when you've done your best work, you've done all you can, and it's time to go into a different venture. I'm not happy with the way Timbaland is going with the AI stuff. I'm not happy with the route that he's taken. Swiss Beats is doing camel riding in Saudi Arabia, and he's doing the verses. So I'm not. But sometimes So I think sometimes you got to hang it up, man. And that's one of the negatives I have on Nas. Like a lot of people are happy that Nas is putting out all of these projects here now.
Right.
But sometimes too much is too much. Sometimes you lower your stock by giving people too much. Like sometimes when you put out something, you want to let it marinate for a little while, let people enjoy it and reminisce on it. When you're constantly putting out stuff, even though it's at a high level, but it's not the level of Illmatic it was written.
I think because he's dropped classics in the past, at this point, I'm not expecting a classic. I'm expecting quality grown rap music. That's all we can ask for at this point. Not the problem with this era. A lot of these kids, when they listen to an album, they already quick to label it a classic or as whack. We didn't do that back in the day. Even when we had the Source magazine and the Source was grading these albums 5 mics, I didn't agree with what the Source their rating system for a lot of albums.
Right.
There were albums that they didn't give 5 mics that should have gotten 5 mics. There were albums that they gave 5 mics.
A lot that should have gotten 5 mics.
Yeah, and they had to go back and re-review it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I didn't go by what the Source said. If I liked the album, and at that time it was a lot of radio DJs, the college radio DJs, I was playing stuff from the album before they came out. So that was before the bootleg era. So it's like by the time DMX Source album came out, we already knew the songs from It's Dark on the Other Side. Salute Back to Lab. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that was like our preview of the album. Like when Cam dropped his, SDE, the DJs were playing it. So we already knew what was gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? But we live in an era now where like everything is streaming and they stream it once and they quick to label it a classic or it's trash or whatever. You can't, I don't listen to albums like that. It's like I gotta sit with the albums for many weeks and months and days and But
again, there's a lot of stuff coming out now. Like because of streaming, like there's a lot of material being released. Like you go on Apple Music every week. It's like this week alone, I was in my group chat with the fellas. We got Conway, we got 21 Savage, and there was another rap album that came out this Friday. We have all this content. I think sometimes there's too much content being released in this era, so we don't have time to really sit with one album like we used to sit with an album for months, even a year. There's just too much content coming out.
The thing, I felt like Preemo found his way back with the Dilla album. Like I loved it. To me, Pete Rock and Preemo had the best produced tracks on the Dilla album, and I feel like that's a good preview of what to expect with this Nas album. The thing is, I'm seeing too many platforms like quick to like bash Preemo, and I'm like, yo, this is the album 30 years ago that y'all wanted. Y'all finally got the album, and now y'all shitting on it. It can't be both ways. You can't ask for something and be like, oh, well, I don't like this. Give me some. Give me something else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing a lot of platforms where they're shitting on the album. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that. Like, if I like it, I'm gonna talk about it. If I didn't like it, I'm not gonna go live and shit on the album.
But I do have mixed reviews on the album. I do think both Preemo and Nas gave us a pretty.
Let me ask you all this though, because remember Nas gave us an album with another producer that we didn't even ask for. You remember the Nasir album? Kanye West, when he went to Wyoming and he did those 5 albums with Tiana Taylor and Pusha T and Kid Cudi. You remember that Nasir album?
I'm gonna let Rocco get it on that first.
Compared to the Nasir album,
let Rocco.
Compared to the Nasir album and this album, which album was better? I'll wait. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let Rocco get it on that one. I'm gonna be quiet for a second.
Rocco, what you think about the album, bro?
What do I think about Light Years?
Yeah.
Well, the a lot like I've listened to the album over the weekend, and when I saw the initial track listing and I saw that AZ was the only guest appearance, my antennas was raised. Mm-hmm. I was rubbing my hands together, and I was, as soon as it turned Friday midnight, I went to YouTube and I clicked on My Story, Your Story. And I'm going to say it. I was disappointed.
Oh my God. You too. That's all I've been hearing is everybody hit the beat.
I'm with Rocco. Go ahead, Rocco. Go ahead.
Man, we had to wait 5 years for another collaboration between Nas and AZ. Mm-hmm. And the rhyming between Nas and AZ, I found, even with their back and forth, to me, it didn't really seem organic. For this reason, when you hear Nas and AZ, trading off every 4 or 5 bars, who does that remind you more of, Nas and AZ or Jada and Styles?
Nas and AZ. They did that on More Money, More Homicide. The Essence. They got so many classics together.
Not on More Money, on More Money, More Murder, More Homicide. The song was longer, and the depth of their lyricism, it was far more complex, far more fascinating, and it was weaving a story on so many levels, like Nas mentioning Bangkok, and them weaving a story about Nas being kidnapped, by some organized crime syndicate, and they flesh out the song with a lot of details. My Story, Your Story, I just felt like Nas and AZ was pretty much just stroking each other's egos,
playing around.
But they trading bars. Like, okay, so you wanted a storytelling track? That's what you're saying?
It didn't have to be a storytelling track. They could have been, MC. They could have been using braggadocio to rhyme about how dope, they are on the mic. But my point is, I just felt like Nas and AZ, it was like, to me, that was rudimentary for them. like I felt like Nas and AZ are they're far too good of lyricists to write something that I feel is kind of beneath them.
It felt
let me
Come
tell you.
on, like if you okay, Nas and AZ, they have songs in their canon where they trade off, but
Right.
I just felt like they didn't even scratch the surface of what they could have done on this song.
You know why? Because they're giving us a precursor to the Nas and AZ album. That's gonna be his next album, right? He did an interview. Him and Primo did an interview with Joe Budden, and he mentioned that there was an original beat, and supposedly Primo couldn't clear the sample. So that was the beat. The other beat that you hear on the album was the other beat.
So
I like the track.
So why put it on the album?
Bingo.
So why put it there? Why
Bro,
release it?
y'all acting like this is the worst Nas and AZ collab ever. Like, bro,
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm with Rocker, man. That song to see that you only have one feature on your album, and to see that it's AZ, it's big volumes. Like we saw that coming. Like, okay, that's his man. That's something that they do all the time. I'm expecting something spectacular. And when I listened to that song, I felt like they were just playing around. They were laughing, joking. It felt like they were just. It felt like they were in the studio just drinking and talking and laughing and cracking jokes. It didn't feel like people put AZ. You even had a conversation some weeks ago.
I said he's the most underrated rapper in New York City. I did say that, yeah.
So people put AZ on this high pedestal caliber of lyricist. You know, Nas is a high caliber lyricist. That song, to have two artists that people have on this high pedestal, that is a forgettable song on the album. To me, it felt very flat, very jokey, very it felt like Jay-Z said, "I'm already home." It felt like it's a safe song.
And also because AZ is the only guest appearance on Nas' album, it puts more of a shine on AZ.
Right.
This is the most anticipated rap album of 2025. So knowing that when you go in the studio, you want to make a song, you want to make write verses that are going to make people talk, that make one of people listen to that song over and over and over again. Now, I did see that same interview that Joe Budden conducted with Nas and DJ Premier. Now, if I'm going by the quality of this song on Light Years, it doesn't dim my expectations for an album between them.
Right.
But it definitely gives me an idea on how the studio process is and how they judge quality. Because this is a high profile release.
Right.
If Nas said that AZ already has beats for the album.
Yeah. He said that.
Now I got even more questions.
So now but we know they both still want to do it. Nas said every time he tried to do it, their schedules couldn't line up, and now AZ doing the or Die 3, you got something else coming out, but they got to find a time that they both could be in the studio together. I think that's a main thing, be in the studio together, because from the sound of it, it sounded like Nas wasn't in the studio for this whole album. He was on 2 tours, and Primo was on tour with Alchemist. Right?
Yeah. Can I ask you all a question? Did you buy what Nas said on the Joe Budden podcast?
I don't watch it yet.
Which one? About what? About the album?
No, when Nas said that Nas and AZ schedules keep conflicting.
I believe that, yeah. Well, I mean, because I've seen old interviews from the 2000s when they would ask AZ, and AZ was like, he want to do it, but it's up to Nas.
What's AZ doing now with this? Like what's
That's what I'm doing with it.
He's doing Do or Die Part 3. Me personally, I don't feel like we need a Part 3 to that. I feel like Part 2 was good enough, but he wants to make it a trilogy or whatever.
No, but what's taking up his time where he can't find time to go to the studio with Nas? No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Sometimes
I know. I mean, I don't. I've seen AZ in films. He did a film with Black Rob, rest in peace. That was on Tubi, and I didn't even know he was in the film. So it's like he could be.
How long ago was that?
Like 2000 something. It was old. I forgot the name of it. I remember seeing it.
The reason I'm asking because I mean, if you're like a Jay-Z and you're everybody knows Jay-Z's super busy. He's doing
right.
NFL stuff. He's doing Tidal, all that stuff. So I can say, okay, maybe Jay and Method Man is on jets doing photography and stuff. Now I don't know what AZ is up to at this time in his life right now.
Right.
He's too busy schedule to make a Nas album. Like I would think that a Nas and AZ album, I would put that as a priority in my
I would too. I would say let's scrap Do or Die 3 and let's work on this album.
Now we're on the same page. That's what I was at. That's the reason why I asked.
Right.
Because Nas made it seem like AZ, is, he has his plate full, like he's gallivanting all over the world. He has, taking business meetings with this company and this country, and he can't squeeze in, a couple of hours in the day, to do to record a verse for a song. That would be like could you imagine like it will never happen, but could y'all imagine Jay-Z say, you know what? I want to do a collaboration album with Beans. Because Beans is he's the MC that has given me a run for my money, more than
anybody else.
Beans better drop everything he's doing, drop that food cart, stop doing rock the mic with Bleak and get in the studio with Jay. Beans better not play around when Jay makes
he was supposed to do that. Remember that there was the rumor about it was Jay, Beanie Siegel, and I think Scarface was supposed to do an album together.
Oh God!
It never happened. We got a couple of songs from them, but it never did end up a whole album. But yeah, I would if I was Beans, I would have dropped everything for Jay.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all, what y'all think about the track 12 Banquet with the ladies?
That was dope. Bouquet, that was dope. I like that. He mentioned almost everybody. There were like a couple of MCs he met. I didn't hear him shout out the Brat, and I didn't hear him shout out Cyrock.
He didn't shout out Brat? No.
Nah, I didn't hear him mention her name. So I don't know if he forgot, but it just go to show you how far we've come with women in hip hop. Like 80s, you could count on one hand how many there was. Now it's like everybody and their mama is a rapper.
I was happy until he got to like.
I know where you're going with it.
He said Ice Spice.
Yes.
He said there's three names he called, yo.
He don't have to listen to them, but just shouting them out like
No,
what?
Nas Escobar.
I know.
That's beneath you.
But bro, remember on the first King's Disease, he did a song named called Spicy with ASAP. Was it ASAP Ferg?
Nah, that was a dope song.
Okay, but ASAP Ferg is from the new generation. He's not old.
No. These ladies, let's stick to the ladies.
Okay.
What's the name? Whose name am I looking for that he said, yo?
Glorilla? He mentioned Glorilla.
No, Kaya.
Yeah, he said Kaya. He said Ice Spice. He said some people I didn't even know.
There's another one he shouted out. I forgot who.
Did he mention Sexy Red?
Sexy Red.
He mentioned Lady London.
Nas, stop playing with me, Nas. Stop playing with me. Stop getting me upset. Yo, I was happy with the track until that part.
He don't have to listen to them to shout them out though. The whole point is they doing their thing.
Shout out to the ladies. Don't get it twisted. I'm not
Salute.
Shout out to the ladies in hip hop. We were just talking about this earlier. There's levels to this.
Right.
All right. There's levels to this. You don't have to call their names. Put the Brat name in there.
Exactly. He forgot the Brat and Cyrock. How you forget them, but you mentioned Sexy Red?
I missed that, yo. I thought the Brat
Yeah,
was in there. Wow, I missed that.
What up? We got Back to Lab in the house. Shout out.
Yo, what up?
In the house. What's good?
What's good, fam?
Peace.
What up, Rocket Bash? What's good, my guy up there, man? I don't think I ever met you before, man, but pleasure to meet you, man.
Boss, he from Queens.
Peace to you.
All right, Queens get the money, no doubt.
New York in the
yes, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Yeah, man.
Hey, I have a quick question, real quick, man. I'm kind of piggybacking. I know y'all been having a lot to say, but yeah, man, I love this album, man. I'm one of those guys, man. I let the artist just take me, bro. Just take me wherever you want. I have no expectations. I'm not sitting here riding off of his legacy, his past, and saying, oh, I want something that sounds like Illmatic, or I want something that sounds like it was written. Like I'll allow the artist to grow as a man and mature and just take us there, man, sonically, bro.
Right.
I have no expectations, man, and to hear y'all say that the Nas joint with AZ is
I loved it.
It wasn't what y'all expected. I'm like, what did you expect? You know,
what I'm saying, bro, this is the whole album. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all want Nas to rhyme on 15 tracks of New York State of Mind. He's not in that headspace no more.
I got a question for y'all.
Well, how you gonna have a question and I just asked the question?
Let me answer your question.
Okay.
I told Try early in the video, I've been around hip hop since the 80s. Okay, since the 80s. I'm a person that I put everything against each other. I don't care if it's the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. I'm putting one of your projects against the other projects. Which one's better? Which one's not? Whatever. When we go back in the 90s and we listen to all the collaboration, let's look at all the collabs that Nas has had with not just AZ, with guys like Raekwon and all. Let's look at all of the collaborations that Nas has had in his career. There is nothing in King's Disease, Magic, and on this album that can rival any of those collabs that we were getting from Nas back then. And like I was just saying, like I just said a second ago,
who says that he has to match that or do better or rival that?
He has to have. It's Nas. And it's AZ. They have to have a certain level. Like when you are Method Man, when you are,
I disagree.
I disagree with
the thing they have to have.
When you're a high caliber rapper, when people hold you at a high standard, when you put your album out, people have expectations for this is not going to be 5 out of 10. We're looking for that. This is not that. This is not me challenging you, you challenging me. It doesn't feel like they're challenging each other on this track. It feels like they're just, and it's not a bad track. I'm just saying that it's
respectfully, I don't think Nas or Preemo really gives a fuck about anybody's expectations, man.
You have to though.
These are great. Okay, so let me ask you this then. So you're an older guy, you know, you've been around, you say, from 80s and everything. So if you were invited to a Bulls Lakers game from back in the day, are you gonna whine about it because Jordan didn't glide from the free throw line, or Magic didn't pull a no look pass at all?
If Jordan or Magic came out there and put out a half-ass effort when I paid $100 to buy,
they would have got booed.
I would have a problem with it.
They would have got booed back then. They would have got booed.
Same thing with hip hop. You're saying that they don't give a damn. We're the consumer. We're the ones that's going out there paying $15, $20 for the album. We don't have to buy the album. But if you come out here and you don't put effort into the product that you're putting out for me, you're gonna miss me on the next.
But you're saying they didn't put out the effort. To me, the effort is there. I hear it.
That's him. That's him saying.
That's just me.
Yeah, that's him saying.
Everybody has different tastes.
The effort wasn't to his liking, but that's just you as an individual speaking. You have thousands, I'm assuming hundreds of thousands of people around this world who are highly pleased with this album. So I'm asking,
I'm pleased with the album.
I'm asking like where's the line as far as they just half-ass did it and oh it blew me out of the water. It took me there.
Hey, let me ask you.
Okay.
How many Nas and AZ collabs have we had from them in the past? Let's say.
Yeah, it's been a good handful. Yeah, it's been a good handful of two.
Where would you rank this one in all 9?
I'm not ranking it as an individual. I'm not ranking it. That's not what I'm not a fan for the ranking and everything.
Okay, that's me.
I used to be that guy, but when you understand that artists grow over time, man. Artists go through different things in their life. They may not be as hungry as they were on their debut or their sophomore, and they don't feel the need to fucking do a windmill from the free throw line.
So why put out the product? If you're going to put out a product and you're not going to put the highest expectations.
Oh my God! What is this? What is this highest? What this highest shit is subjective.
No, it's a. Let me tell you, it's a real thing. The thing is, people forget Nas is 50 years old, right? I think it would be if he did a whole album of New York State of Mind and you're talking about sneaker Uzi in my line on the army jacket on the island, then people would be like, yo, he's not doing it. That's fake. You're faking the funk, Nas. You're not doing that no more. Right?
You haven't changed.
That's been the number one thing that I had an issue with Jay for. I'm like, right, 444 should have came out like 15, 20 years ago. Because you actually talking about being a married man and you got kids. We can't hear Jay-Z talking about selling bricks and rock and projects anymore.
But try. It's still storytelling though. It's not that you're living.
I get it.
Not that you're still living that lifestyle.
Yeah, but you got to remember.
Doesn't a movie director go in different directions? Look, Spike Lee. Spike Lee just made a movie with Denzel Washington, and Denzel Washington is playing a
music mode.
And family is involved in kidnappings and hip hop music and is that something that we thought Denzel would do or Spike Lee would do in this time in his career? Probably not. But why is it okay for them to jump to other times, jump to doing stuff that's mature or gangster or street, but a hip hop artist because now they have to do mature music.
A part of it is we grew up in the era we were spoiled. We grew up on a lot of great shit, and the expectations now we still have that.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah, we grew up spoiled on all the shit that was coming out, and everybody competing, and it was great from all regions. And now it's like the same thing last year when Dre came out with that Snoop Dogg album. People had high expectations, and they didn't like it. And this is what I'm seeing now with this Nas and Preemo album.
That was kind of the question I was going to ask you guys too. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a kind of a person. I tell everybody, I compare music from year to year, albums to albums. That's just who I am.
So when you hear the Nas and AZ collab, are you putting it up there? You when you hear it, you want to hear something that's like more money or like something that like Life's a Bitch, because
we've never had a full Nas and AZ album before. So
right. Yeah.
This might be new territory. So I don't know if I can take that and say, I might have to judge it against a Jay-Z and a Kanye album. How did they do?
I feel like every collab they did was different. I feel like this is just another piece to what they created with Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you give them a full album, they're going to deliver.
I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm going to be right there Friday morning on Tidal, clicking on it and bumping it in the morning. I'm here for it.
It's like they people didn't like the beat. I'm like, what did you all want? Like, what did you all want from them? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I like the beat. I thought the beat was fire.
No, like I said, I think the production on this album was I love the production on this album. I'm not one of those.
Did they look like mafioso again? Like, remember on Nasty Esco Nasir, he killed off his two patanas. One of his patanas was Escobar, where he was doing all the mafioso stuff. He's not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're getting a grown-up AZ and grown-up Nas, and people bitching about the beat. Oh, I don't like the beat.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did you? And there is grimy shit on it. You look, Madman is one of the best tracks on here. That's a grimy track.
I think that is the best track on there, production wise too. That track.
You know what I'm saying? You got pause tapes. That pause tape joint remind me of something I could hear Guru on back then.
I actually didn't like the New York State of Mind 3.
Oh my God! Yeah, everybody don't like that song. It's that one in the AC collab. They don't like it.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't know what.
It was a little.
I respect your opinion though, man. Like, don't get me wrong. This is what hip hop is all about. I mean, you know, we all come to the tables with our likes and our dislikes and everything, and it's understandable, man. But I feel it's an insult, man, to these greats when we go, no, it wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for more of this. I was looking for that. I mean, we talking about, you know, 50-plus-year-old guys, man, and the message just has to come out a little different. It may get into a little bit more. I heard somebody saying something about a little, you know, braggadocious, you know, kind of like flexing your skills. And yeah, I mean, I like that. I mean, let me know that you still got the skills. I mean, because anybody can, you know, tell a story about.
Ghostface put out an album, and in Ghostface video, he had an Uzi with the eagle on it. Wow, y'all weren't complaining about that.
No, because like I said, I allow
Ghostface still in the streets. Y'all ain't complaining about that.
I allow the artists to take me wherever they going, man. And I'm just gonna listen to it sonically and say, yeah, you know, it's rocking or it's not, you know. But it's very hard to give these legends, and I'm not saying either one of y'all have. I'm pretty much speaking from some of the comments I've seen on other posts, but it's pretty disrespectful, man, when y'all give these cats the thumbs down, man.
It's not
just because it's not what you want, you know what I mean?
Not disrespectful.
You know what? Okay, like I feel like there's certain beats on the album where Nas lyricism took it to a different level. Whereas if you give that beat to like maybe, you know, Chance the Rapper, he would have fucked it up, right? But he was very because Preemo's done stuff with Chance the Rapper in the past. That's what I'm saying. That's why I mentioned Chance, right?
Okay.
But he was very creative on this album. You know, doing the pause tapes record about the actual making the pause tape back in the day, where you know to get to you know to rhyme over the beat or whatever, and a lot of people could relate to that, right? And then killing off with two personas, Nasty Nas and Escobar, and then the writers joint, the joint for the graffiti writers, and shouting out all the graffiti writers. Like, he was very creative on this album, and I think that's what is going to excel the album, is lyricism over Preemo's production, because I'm still seeing people complaining about the beats, and I felt like Preemo, he didn't give us the greatest beats, but I will say this, that he had a downward slide 7-8 years ago. I feel like the beats now on this album and the Della album is some of his best shit in like 7-8 years.
Yeah, man.
The only thing about the critiques of the production is that very few people can speak in musical terms what they dislike about the production. Now, New York State of Mind, I dig, but not as much as the other songs. Like, if there's one thing that I may not dig about New York State of Mind as far as the music, was the decision to have the Billy Joel sample play at the beginning, you know, for a minute, you know, before the actual
actual beat,
before the actual beat, right, the scratching commenced.
You know what
it just sounded jarring to me. But
you remember what he said in the interview? He said he tried to get Billy Joel to play on that. They wanted Billy Joel for that song, but Billy Joel, he's retired. He was resting. But I wonder if you get Billy Joel for that record, would people still shit on it?
Probably not. Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? And also, Preemo is not going to that sample has been used by Fat Joe. There's a song called New York State of Mind where Fat Joe, Remy Martin, and Cameron rhymed over the whole sample for that Billy Joel record. So I don't think Preemo's going to use what's already been done.
Yeah, but if Billy Joel were to go in the studio and write a write a brand new musical part to go with New York State of Mind, it still has to, sound pleasing to the ear. Like, and we don't know what it would sound like because it's hypothetical,
Right.
But but I don't. But as far as I'm concerned, there isn't really anything musically that I dislike about it. Uh, and also, I think what people have to come to grips with is that the people that are complaining about the production, this is like Premo's modus operandi. It's no different on this album than any Gangstar album. And I think what people are going by is that this is just a theory, but I think people are using what Preemo did for Nas, Hove, and Big as their barometer, but not looking at the album tracks that he did on those Gangster albums.
He's also using new equipment too. And back then everything was analog. Everything is digital now. So it has a different sound to his production now.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think that Nas is trying to shine in an era where a lot of the hard hitters are not here anymore?
But he's doing it. He's done it already.
There was a time when Nas, there was a time that was after around the Life is Good album.
Mm.
The only thing that Nas put out around that era that I think was high caliber was maybe the N album. I think Life Was Good was my downward trajectory with Nas.
I like the album concept for the N. I didn't like the production. I think the production really wasn't good. But again, he had great concept songs like We're Not Alone, and he's talking about the UFOs and the government cover up with that and fried chicken. And you know what I'm saying? Like if there's an artist that could have pulled off that album concept, it would have been Nas. I don't feel like too many rappers could do that. Right. But the production for me wasn't great.
I feel like the late 90s when we had Jay, 2000 when we had Ludacris, when Busta was still dropping crazy stuff, Pun was still around, Ludacris, DJ. I feel like there was a time when we had a lot of, like, Ghostface was dropping stuff all the time. Locks was at their top. We had a lot of rappers that were like dropping like high caliber albums.
Right.
I feel like this run that Nas has had, the King's Disease, the Magic, and now this, there's a part of me that feels like he's trying to shine when there's really not that much competition out there for him.
But well, first of all, the music industry is so different than it was in the 90s. Just the way that music is consumed. There's, music is streamed now, whereas in the 90s, music was bought and sold at record stores. So the music buying patterns have changed dramatically. And also, ever since he created, like you have to look at Nas's career in 3 tiers. Nas when he was on Columbia Records, then Nas when he was on Def Jam Records, and now Nas on Mass Appeal Records. Like, those are 3 distinct periods. And ever since Nas formed Mass Appeal, there's been like a freedom that I hear where he's no longer constrained to answer to an A&R.
Right.
He's no longer constrained to satisfying the musical taste of a buying public, that want singles, that want hit songs, that want, people to, do 1,000 remixes just to go viral.
This is the remix.
Right?
Yeah, to me, I think like Nas, I don't know, like I do sense, like, to answer your question, Nas made a couple of references to Biggie, and maybe to me, maybe Nas, may have been thinking about the past greats that have passed on, and maybe the drive to continue writing and making albums is a way for him to satisfy his desire for them to still be alive, so they can offer him competition.
He's still hungry, like that song Junkie. He's talking about being a hip hop junkie and still loving what he does. He don't have to do this no more. He could be retired. He's still giving us quality rap. And all I'm seeing on these platforms is, oh, I didn't like Preemo's production. Oh, this album wasn't good.
Why has Nas dropped 6 projects in the last how much years and only?
But he's still hungry. He still wants it. And that's great. At 50 years old, who else other than him at 50 years old is dropping quality rap right now?
Ghostface, Styles P.
I skipped a couple years off those.
Are you saying that
Raekwon?
So you're saying those artists are dropping better projects in volume more than Nas is?
No. Right now, in the last 10, 15 years, Nas has been, if you're going to put a scale, he's on the top of the scale, dropping high caliber projects.
I definitely agree with that.
For sure.
And let me be clear. Don't get us construed. I am happy the last 5 years to see our veterans stepping up and putting out quality albums. Not 4 out of 10s, not 5 out of 10s. We've gotten some amazing albums in the last couple of years that are 8s and 8.5.
This year especially. I just listened to there was this Bun B and Static Selector album.
Yeah.
Fire. The production is fire on that.
And the only thing I want to see now is Griselda change the style up.
Right. Yeah, Conway's on the album too. Conway's on that album.
And you know how they do those albums? They record them like live right there.
Right, in the studio.
In the studio together. Yeah.
Daz just put out an album last week. Daz had last week too.
This has been the year of the OGs. Not some of them have been making returns, and some of them have just been just continuing on with the releases and everything. Like you mentioned Raekwon and Ghostface. I just think the hype hasn't been what it is now with those earlier projects. I think Supreme Clientele 2 just had everybody in an uproar, like, oh shit, like the Pretty Tony, all that stuff, all that was great. He added to his collection real good, but when the minute he said Supreme Clientele 2, oh shit, everything went haywire, bro.
Right.
So I like seeing the OGs come back and doing their thing, clips, like I said, Raekwon.
Album of the year.
Yeah. We were even waiting for the Auditorium 2. I thought the Auditorium 2 was coming out,
That first one was dope. Shout out.
But yeah, I mean, this is the era, and it's so many rappers out now, man, to where when the OGs try to make a return, we really can care less about the YNs when the OGs come back, bro.
Right.
And they outnumber the OGs, the YNs outnumber, but it's just something about those legends, man. The moment we hear that they're about to drop, it's just this nostalgia.
There's a market for them.
It's just this nostalgia.
There's a market for the OGs, and there's a market for the young folks.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, like this has been one of the best years ever for OG rap, man.
This is why it was a mistake for Swiss Beats and Timbaland to give up on Versus so quick. Versus was something that the veterans could have taken advantage of. The veterans could have been doing stadiums. If they had not taken that hiatus for the last 5 years with Versus would have been doing stadiums right now with some of these veterans, doing big numbers, because there is a market for people like us, the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds that still want to hear our favorite artists perform and perform songs. So I think there's a market for people like us as long as the OGs keep putting out quality music.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking,
no,
like what do y'all like? Who is a legendary producer from the 90s that you want to see return in 2026
Just
and do more?
Blaze.
Just Blaze. Yeah, he's one for sure.
Well, who would you pair Just Blaze with?
I want to see Just Blaze and Griselda. I'm tired, and I love Griselda,
Mhm.
but I think they need variety in their music. Everything is the same beat, the same. All the beats sound familiar. Their rhyme style sounds familiar. There's something about the late 90s, 2000s when hip hop was happy, when you used to get songs where you wanted to dance and go to the club or you in the car. Everything now, it feels like you have to be drug induced to listen to somebody's artist music. So I think Griselda is one of those groups that need a producer that has a totally different
But
style.
they were doing it in the beginning when they were dropping they early mixtape. They were working with like, different producers, Muggs and Pete Rock and Static Selector. They had like Westside Gun is like a great beat picker. Like he was picking out different beats from people. Apollo Brown. He has a whole album with Apollo Brown that's not even released yet. That's been for years he recorded that album. So you know what I mean? I don't I do agree that their sound is like it's starting to get the same thing now.
I listened to the Conway album this
Yeah.
weekend,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
Is it good?
he's rapping, but
But
it
he's
just
it
feels
wasn't
like
good.
the same
Yeah,
story, the same
right.
flow, the same production.
That is intriguing. Just Blaze, you know, you
Mhm.
know, like producing an entire album for Griselda.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
would, for one thing, I think it could unlock like a new chamber in particularly Conway and Benny,
Right,
where they can, find a different, uh, they could find different pot. No, that's cliche. They could find a new. They can unlock something in themselves that they couldn't do with
right.
just Derringer. And sometimes, and I think 16, touched on it. Sometimes, man, you just need to, venture from the nest, and you have to, go out into the world, and you have to, try, you know, something else. Like challenge yourself to, uh, to make yourself uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You know, like, uh, like I will say, I couldn't imagine like Conway, rhyming over a happy beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
But something where uh, Conway could rhyme over a beat that will have the opportunity to get past the initial, street audience.
Yeah.
For example, like there's people, that are in a, uh, there's. I'll give you an example. There's women, there's female listeners or greater female listeners that Griselda could tap into. So
Mhm.
maybe
Exactly.
Right.
Just Blaze can help them
Exactly.
shape a sound that would be more attractive to them.
I agree. And they
And,
have
and it doesn't mean they have to do lady songs or chick songs, but
right.
it just means that they can, you know, find, find a sound that will make, women, want to
Listen to the
listen to
music.
them more in
And
mass.
they have a female artist. They got a Money Caesar on the label.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree that they need to switch things up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, we know how grimy y'all could get. We've heard it for years. I do feel like they gotta pivot and do something different. But like there's a market for their grimy sound, and I feel like I'm like, did y'all really want to hear Nas over Griselda shit at this point where he's at in his life at 50 years old?
What's the best song on the album for you?
For me, I love Madman. I think Madman, that's vintage Primo that I wanted to hear that was missing for like the last 7-8 years.
That song is dope.
But I love a lot of joints. I love Pause Tapes. I love the nasty Esco Nasir joint. I love Riders. Welcome to the Underground. Now that sounds like a radio friendly single. Like from the moment I heard it, I'm like, this is for radio.
Did you see Nas perform at Amazon?
No, I got to see that. I didn't. They didn't even promote it. I'm like, bro, how come I missed that?
New material or some old stuff?
He performed "Welcome to the Underground," and that the NBA audience, man, is really, it's weird because like the NBA, they jack our fashion, they jack the way we talk, for commercials, for marketing tags. But the NBA audience, when you got nothing but, hey, this fuck it, white people that cannot find, they can't clap on beat.
Right.
It looked like Nas was performing his heart out, and none of the people was even interested.
That's what I heard, bro. Like when I heard that song, I'm like, yo, this is the type of track that the NBA would play during a commercial break.
But you know what, though, I am happy, and well, let me just say this first. I don't know, but there was a conversation that was being had about 5, 7, 8 years ago where I was listening to an artist that was talking about owning their masters and owning their material and stuff, and asking them, why would you sell your masters? And someone mentioned that it's not really the person that owns their masters, it's the person that has a good manager that can get their stuff put in places so that they can get paid for it. I forgot who was having the conversations, but if you look at the NBA now, there's a lot of hip hop being played, going to commercials in the stadiums, even in football. So I hope that these artists are getting paid well for having their material used in these games, because just like Bash said, NBA is hip hop now. Like you can't watch an NBA game and when they go into commercial, you hear or you hear a Ma Deep. Like NBA, they play a lot of hip hop music, even in the stadiums, commercials, even some of the commercials you're watching now. There's a lot of hip hop. So someone had that conversation where it's not the rapper that owns their material. They have to have a good managing system that knows how to contact these different entities to license out their music so that they can keep getting paid for their old.
That's exactly what Primo said. Like in the Joe Budden interview, Primo said like they license New York State of Mind to so many different people. So they're getting paid off of that one song alone, and then he licensed this stuff, like a lot of gangsta stuff that he licensed off, and he has it mastered. You know what I'm saying? He owns his publishing. You know what I'm saying? And same. I just seen a post today with The Weeknd. It's supposedly The Weeknd sold off his
He sold his masters? His catalog? He sold his catalog?
For $1 billion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
$1 billion. Yeah. So crazy. I'm like, yo, like I love The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel like unless they need the money, you sell it off. But I think you should keep it.
I saw a report with Bleak. I think somebody asked Bleak. Bleak they reached out to Bleak to buy his catalog. He reached out to Jay to have a conversation, and
they told him not to sell it.
Jay told him don't sell it.
Yeah.
No, because the thing is, like the decision to keep your masters or sell your masters is something that you think about for years.
Right.
So if the value of the masters, if the market value for the masters is higher than what you are projected to make, 10 years down the line. They may be selling your masters, when it's at the highest value is a good decision to make. But the only thing is the future, no one knows the future. So, maybe in 15, 20 years, there's going to be a system or a music industry that will have music far more profitable to have. So having your masters at that time, it will be far more advantageous to maintain your masters.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, how much your masters will be valued 20 years from now.
That's what Nas was saying. Nas was like, he wouldn't sell it off because if your catalog is worth $1 billion now, how much
it will be in 20 years?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be $1 trillion for the weekend.
T-Pain was just talking about. T-Pain sold his masters too.
Crazy. I mean, they might need the money. They probably need the money, but
I think what some of these artists are thinking,
right?
They may be getting offers from companies, and the companies are telling them, look, you're not going to get more money than you at this. You're not going to get any more money in 20 years than you are right now. So if you know what's good for you, you'll sell your masters while it's at its highest value. And if you are an artist that don't know enough about leverage or don't know how to stick it out, if somebody goes in your ear and says those magic words, $1 billion, and you think that's the most you'll ever get, then the people will sign that document and they'll sell their masters,
right?
Thinking that they'll be able to live off of it. You'll live off of $1 billion, but the point is, you can have generational wealth,
right?
For 5 generations, or do you want to have generational wealth where you can live off of where your family can live off of for 20 generations?
What's your least favorite song on the album?
Well, my least favorite sound is that police siren going by.
I'm in New York
City, baby.
I'm in New York, man.
That's the sound of New York City, baby. Go Knicks.
I'm in New York, man.
Come on, man. The NBA Cup champs.
My bad, Bash. My bad. I live right on the Ave, so right
anywhere in the city, you're gonna hear a siren go by. That's just part of the city.
Man, well, y'all used to it, but thank God. Like I can, I hear police sirens, every now and then, but man,
that's every 2 minutes here, man.
Yeah, it's either a plane going by or a dog barking or a siren.
Now, I mean, around here, like we hear more helicopters going by,
right?
Or airplanes, going over our heads more than anything.
I will say this though, the first track on the album, I didn't think should have started the album off. I think they should have picked something.
I like the first track.
You like the first track for the first? Okay.
Yeah.
I just felt like give me Madman or something to start off the album.
Nah, not man. No, you gotta build up to that, man.
You're right.
I think that the AZ Nas track was my least favorite because again, I have high expectations for AZ and Nas as a duo,
right?
And I don't think that song met my expectations.
I agree with 16 bars. Like my story, your story. First of all, I don't even know what the story is.
It was a reflective song about them being veterans now. Remember, they came into the game at the same time, and they were kids. Now they're veterans. That's how I looked at the track. It was a reflective track.
Okay, you were able to suss that out from their lyrics.
Yes. Again, it's no story. They're just trading bars. They show people like that.
You just said there was no story.
Oh yeah.
No story per se. I'm just saying it. To me, I took it like it was a reflective track of how far they've come to where they're at now, and they trading bars and they letting people know like, yo, get ready because we dropping this album maybe next year, maybe 2027. But the fact that they still want to do the album, that's a good sign.
Do you?
Go
ahead, Bash. Go ahead.
You know, not to be petty, but when I was listening to that track, My Story, Your Story, I felt like, damn, like Nature gotta be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I know Nature was like, man, I could have spit something better than that.
I haven't heard from Nature in years. I don't know what the hell he's doing right now.
I seen Nature on Matt Hoffa podcast last year or something like that. He did.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing from him in a long time.
Do y'all think it's a mistake that they released this album so late? Because I don't think it's going to be up for Grammy contention.
Nah,
being released this late.
If anything, it'll be next year. But by that time, well, I know they're going on tour. They plan on going on tour next year.
Everybody's going to forget about the album by next year.
Nah, not if they do the tour. If you do the tour and people actually get to hear it live, I think that's going to change a lot of people that doubted the album in the first place.
Okay.
But you know what, though? Even if they would have released Light Years before the Grammy submission deadline, I think there are Grammy voters that are just dead set on awarding GNX or the Clips album.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, to me, I'm actually not mad because you want, like, if you're Nas and if Nas and Preemo, if they're angling to get a Grammy award, like, you want to be in a field where you have a greater chance of
you got to spar with the best. No, you got to spar with the best to be the best, man.
Yeah,
you got to spar. When DMX came out in '98, you think DMX was scared to put out 2 albums in 1 year?
Right.
DMX like, yo, bump Jay-Z. New York. Now I'm here now.
Yep.
I'm putting this out in November. Whenever he put the second album out. Man. You gotta spar. You gotta spar.
I agree.
You gotta spar with Raekwon. You gotta spar with Ghostface. You gotta spar with Slick Rick. This is a great year for albums.
So you saying that they should have just manned up and put it out before the Grammy submission?
Yes. And I believe who dropped the album? There was the same feeling I had when Dame Dash and Freeway dropped that stupid rock and roll album.
I didn't even hear it.
They were scared to put out real hip hop because they know if Freeway don't come with that fire, and Dame don't come with that producing or whatever fire, they were going to ridicule them. That's why they didn't do a hip hop album. They went and did a rock album. So
I didn't even listen.
I had no idea that Freeway did a rock album with Dame Dash.
Yeah, 365 or something like that.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. I'm like, yo, y'all scared. Y'all coming out. Y'all heard Slick Rick out.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard Ghostface out. You want to put out a rock and roll album?
Dame put out a rock and roll album years ago. It was called Black Rock. And he had a documentary for it, and it's on Tubi actually. And he had the Black Keys on it, and Mos Def, and Jim Jones, Pharoah Monch. He had different artists on there.
I remember that album.
Yeah, but see, he promoted the hell out of that album. This album, it came out, and I ain't seen no promotion for it.
This year was the year for artists to show and prove, and next year is going to be the same thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody's seen. We have at least 7 quality hip hop albums came out this year. At least 7.
7? Only 7?
For me. For me. Some of them are good, but not great.
Great. Okay.
I'm thinking next year, with what we've seen this year, you coming out next year, you better be able to match the energy from this year. Don't drop next year, and the energy ain't 2025 rap hip hop energy. Don't do it.
I agree.
Don't do it.
What if next year Eric Sermon produced a new album on Keith Murray?
Keith Murray. Keith Murray. Keith Murray. But no, isn't Eric Sermon doing the podcast rounds now? He got something out right now.
Yeah, he has Dynamic Duels.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Okay.
That's a good album.
Yeah, the album is pretty much
an
album of
booth. Let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm down with that.
There's a song on Dynamic Duels. It's Eric Sermon with MOP called Sidewalk Executives.
Yeah.
That joint is smoking.
Definitely.
And the reason, and another reason why I love that song is because I knew where they got that song title from. Are y'all familiar with Nicky Barnes and the Council?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Jazz Hayden ring a bell?
Nah, I never heard of him.
Jazz Hayden, he was a member of Nicky Barnes' Council.
Okay.
And Dame Dash did a documentary on Nicky Barnes, and Jazz Hayden said that when he's asked about what he did to make a living, by people that wasn't in the life, he always answered he used to be a sidewalk executive, meaning the slang for being a drug dealer. And I thought that was a slick way of saying that, so I knew where they got it from, so I knew they saw that documentary, and I felt like, they did a great job of just lyrically, spazzing, for 3 or 4 minutes.
Dame, before he left, he had a question: the auditorium or light years? Who y'all got?
Is that a trick question?
Oh, I'm going light years. I think the auditorium was a dope album. I think Common dropped the dope. And we're gonna get part 2 to that next year too.
Right.
But I'm going light years, man.
I love Auditorium. I think Auditorium was the best album last year. I think Common needed that Pete Rock production, and
no problem.
It was a long time that I enjoyed a Common album. Like since Finding Forever, I didn't like anything after that. So I think Auditorium was like his comeback album, and hearing Pete do Pete is in his bag still after all these years, and that was a great album.
Who you got, Bash? Rocka, who you got?
Auditorium.
You got the copy. You got the hard copy. You got the hard copy.
I love it. I love it.
You got the hard copy. Okay.
That's dope.
I can't tell you the last time I bought a hard copy, yo.
What?
Man.
My last hard copy was
I pre-ordered the Light Years cassette, CD, and vinyl.
Wow. Yeah, I want to get the vinyl.
When's it being released?
I'm supposed to. Well, I just checked my email, and it says the shipping label has been created, and that was yesterday.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get it before Christmas.
Yeah.
Artists gotta do something about that, man. Like I think when the album gets released, you see a lot of artists now, they don't release the physical copies for sometimes months later.
Yeah.
So put it out when the album comes out. Find a way. I know you probably can't put it in stores anymore.
Right.
But you got to find a way to get that to the consumer.
Yeah.
At a quick turnaround, man.
Mm-hmm.
I told Triborough. Yeah. I told Triborough last week that I got my Muddy Waters 2 CD like maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Yo, that album is fire, yo. That album
I loved it. Yeah.
Fire. Shout out to
see, he's still putting out singles from that album.
Oh my God. Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
The videos are tough.
Yeah.
Fire.
And he's also doing freestyles over over popular beats. That was also a part of his rollout.
Right.
Like leading up to Muddy Waters 2, like on his Instagram page, he would post freestyles that he was doing over other people's beats.
Right.
I'm kind of low-key disappointed in Method Man because I've been hearing him on people's tracks for like the last 5 years, and his features has been dope, yo. Like whenever I hear him on somebody's track recently, yo, he's spitting.
Oh yeah.
But like he's it doesn't seem like he's interested in putting.
No, he has the album with Havoc that's coming out.
Okay.
He did a whole album with Havoc during the pandemic, but he said he wants to go back in the studio and do some new songs with him.
I'm actually not mad at that.
Yeah.
You know, because like he can always Method Man can always put out new music, but but you want to put out an album that's going to match the buzz that you've been getting by doing, you know, all of these verses.
Right.
He been spitting, bro.
Yeah.
And actually, like Havoc, he also did an album with RJ Payne and Razcast.
I did hear that. Yeah, that was last year, right? I remember that.
Shout out Razcast, yo.
Yeah, Razcast. Definitely.
How do y'all feel like if, like, since the legendary producers are coming out, who do y'all think Easy Mo B should, you know, pick an MC to be in the studio with?
Easy Mo B. He mad active right now, yo. He be doing like little shows on his TikTok and stuff, yo.
Yeah.
Easy Mo B. I don't know, man. Like what was the last album he put out? Who he worked with recently? I don't think I've heard him work with anybody recently, but
that's a great one.
Gotta be interested to see Easy Mo B.
Does it have to be somebody he worked with before or somebody new?
You know what? What if Easy Mo B worked with a dope female MC that Nas mentioned on Bouquet?
Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody. Yeah. There's something about Rhapsody. I think she's an amazing artist.
Right.
It just seems like she can't break through that.
She got a Grammy. This past year.
Yeah, but it's like when you talk about female artists, sometimes her name doesn't come up as much. You know, there's something about the radio that don't play her that like she's one of the dopest lyricists female right now. When I just feel like a lot of the Cardi B's be getting to play. Like I don't think
that's
pushed to the front.
That's the problem because she got to compete with Cardi B and Glorilla.
But I don't think Rhapsody has the same audience as Cardi B or Glorilla.
Right.
For example, like Rhapsody's music is very much is very topical.
Right.
Like she had a song on her a couple albums ago where she did a song about each song was about a black female hero.
Oh, that was the Eve album.
Yeah, and she made a song about Afeni Shakur.
Right.
She made a song about Coretta Scott King, I believe.
Yeah, that was the Eve album. That album was dope.
And no offense to the artists that you mentioned, I don't think they even know who any of those people are.
Right.
You know, so I think Rhapsody's audience is closer to Common or Black Thought.
Yeah. We need Jero to damage your back.
Yeah.
I seen him putting out he's selling vinyls now for like $300.
What?
He has a box that he's putting out with signed with some stuff in there. Yeah.
Hey, there's a sucker born every day.
What?
Yeah, I think it was like two something.
That's wild, Joe.
But it's a box set. It's like the vinyl.
But his best two albums is with Preemo. So $200 he's selling that for?
Two something.
That's wild.
Last time I checked.
Bro, he better throw himself in the box with the vinyl for that amount.
But you know what box sets? Yeah. A lot of it is based on value added.
Right.
So like to me, like I would want to know, like, okay, if I buy this box set, am I going to get like, you know, a booklet full of information about those albums that I never knew?
Right.
Are you going to have but like you had to have something to justify that pricing.
Right.
But again, like I said, there's always a sucker born. You know, there's going to be somebody that's a fan of J. Rule that said, "Oh, this deal is too good to pass up."
They bugging. That's very true.
But you know, as far as J. Rule is concerned, J. Rule, man, he was, he wasn't a founding member, but man, he contributed a lot to the Gangstar Foundation.
Right.
And,
Limited
when you
edition
think
30th anniversary box set.
Wow. That's great.
Hey man, as long as you put like anniversary in the title, that makes it even more important.
Bro, I paid like damn near not even $15 for Wrath of the Math. I'm not paying $200 for that on vinyl. You bugging.
Hey man, for that pricing point, you better put like a DVD with the making.
It looks like
for
eight records is in there.
8 records.
Yeah.
You mean on vinyl?
Vinyl, yes.
Oh, okay. So
for 2 albums? For 2 albums?
No, but I think like on vinyl there are 2 vinyls per record.
Okay.
Because if there's like 15 songs,
right,
then in order to fit on vinyl, you have to put it on more than one record.
It's a big box set, yo.
I would love to get Sunrises in the East on vinyl, but not for no $200. Be crazy.
I mean.
But so let me ask you, like that box set that you just showed, does it have any information on additional tracks like outtakes?
I haven't read through the whole like what's inside, but I just read the report when he announced it because he put a video out. He put a video out on X, announcing it, saying the pre-orders were going up. So if you wanted to pre-order, you could have pre-order. But I never saw what's going to be in the box set. But when I saw him, I was like, wow, J. Rule's still out here doing stuff. That's dope. Good to see him. It was good to see him.
I mean, the box set idea is not a bad idea. It's the pricing point.
Yeah, like 200.
I think there's something about vinyls. Vinyls have made a comeback, yo. There's a lot of people out there purchasing. Like when new albums come out now, there's a lot of people buying the vinyls, yo. Yeah. And there's a lot of artists that are doing signed vinyls, like for as merch now. So there's a market for vinyls right now.
I would love for J. Rule to put out another album with Preemo. Like if anybody that needs to work with Preemo, it's him again.
Is Preemo going to put out another album anytime soon?
I don't know. I don't know what he got planned.
This Nas album. Who you think is going to?
Yo, if Preemo is catching hell over this Nas album,
he might want to be hiding for like the next year. I don't know what he's doing.
I think the Nas and Preemo fans like you gotta remember, man. Online is volatile, man. Like everybody has a computer, everybody got a phone. People just love to click dumb stuff, yo. So do I think Preemo and Nas is bothered by this? No.
They'd say that.
The Nas fans, I'm online. The Nas fans are happy with this album.
Not all of them.
Yeah, there are some. Yeah,
I've heard people say like they feel like the bottom half wasn't good.
I think the album started off good. I think it got better in the middle.
Right.
I think at the end it slowed down. It slowed down.
Again.
Now I have heard people say that the sequel to Second Childhood
they didn't like it.
Like the sequel, it like Third Childhood, did not justify being on this album, and I don't know because I have no problem with Third Childhood.
Right, I thought it was good.
Like is it as good as Second Childhood? No, of course not. But the same musical elements that is in Second Childhood is in Third Childhood.
Right.
Like when I flow from that vocal sample of I flow for the streets.
Right. Yes, could it be right?
Yeah.
There was some. There was some.
Glad you said that, because the same at the end of New York State of Mind 3, we get a piece of part 1.
The sample, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I'm like, how do people not like this joint? I don't understand.
And Preemo, he quotes himself,
Right.
Throughout the album.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like Preemo. It's like what I call the hyperbolic reactions.
Right.
Meaning the people that are jumping out the window saying, Premier's production is trash. This is not good. It should have never came out. They're acting like Preemo, did trap production.
Right. Exactly. And I just got to remind people: do you rather hear this album or Nasir? Nasir wasn't a great album. And that was Kanye West. Kanye West gave a classic to Pusha T before he did Nas, which is crazy to me.
Facts.
So the best song on that Nasir album was the remake of Children's Story.
So that cop shot the kid or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't like that sample. I think that sample up.
I think this album there's some stuff that Nas repeated on this album. Talking about the cryptocurrency and stuff. There were a couple bars in a couple songs,
right,
that I think that he recycled. And like I said, a few of the downsides to me is the AZ and Nas, and I didn't like the shouting out some of the females that he shouted out.
Right.
I thought he should have just kept it to real hip hop. Females. Right. You don't gotta the sexy.
But I think he's bridging the gap. No pun intended. He's bridging the gap with the old and the new.
But he's always done that. He's always shouted out people on his albums.
Right.
He always did songs about other artists, did a Rakim tribute and all that stuff. So I get it, So
did y'all see Pete Rock's post on IG a couple of days ago?
Nah, what he post?
Yep, I seen it.
Like he posted, he made a post about light years, and in the caption it said, "I like a few joints," and people thought that Pete Rock was shading Preemo. Like, does that sound like shade to y'all?
That do sound like shade. That's very interesting that he would say that and not keep that to himself.
No, but you can't like whenever a hip hop album comes out, you always see it. It's clockwork. All of these rap artists, yo, fire emojis.
Right.
Yo, go pick up my man album. Yo, Nas is back. Blah blah blah. Every time a rap album comes out, 40 different rap. Snoop Dogg, Lil Kim, everybody, fire emoji. Like, nah, man. If somebody's stuff is not good, or if you're not,
I get it, but this is somebody that Preemo is going on tour with. They produced on some of these artists' same albums.
If that's his honesty, what's wrong with his honesty?
Because you know how social media is. Social media gonna be like, yo, like Pete Rock didn't like the album.
That's his honesty.
I know that, but it's the way that it looks to everybody else.
You think Pete Rock won't get a Nas interview after that?
No, but I think the subtext is, Preemo. The subtext is that Pete Rock is passively saying that Nas should have did an album with him instead of Preemo. That's how a lot of people are taking it.
Exactly. And if you have to compare, like Dame said, who had the better album, I'm going with Auditorium.
You got to be able to speak your truth. Try. You got to be able to.
I get it. I'm just saying it's the optics of how.
No, I get it. If you're gonna type your words on this internet, you got to speak your truth. You can't always. If you don't like something, it's either you don't say anything,
right?
Don't type anything. Don't post anything about it, or post your truth.
And then when you do like it, they feel like, oh, you're capping. Oh, somebody's paying you off to.
That's your truth.
I'm like, bro, I like the album. You know what I'm saying? Nas is not paying me for this.
Pete Rock kept it too real. That's what he's paying
for. Bro, I don't know what the relationship with Nas and Pete Rock. I heard they squashed or whatever beef they had, but to come out and say that is like, that's kind of like disrespecting Nas and Preemo. You know what I'm saying? That's how people gonna take it. Like, yo, like Pete Rock didn't like the album. You see what he said on this post?
But that's not what he said. Though. He didn't say I didn't like the album.
Well, he said I like a few joints. He didn't say I like the whole album. He said I like a few joints. A lot of people said they like a few joints. They didn't like the whole album.
Remember, he's a producer too, so he got an ear for music as well.
Right.
I will say though, to answer your question, Auditorium or Light Years, Auditorium Volume 1, the general consensus was that Auditorium Volume 1 was the best rap album of 2024.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we say with full confidence that Light Years is the best rap album of 2025?
No.
It's too many good albums out here.
Nope.
And that's the answer.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? The Clips, Alfredo 2, De La Soul album, Larry June and 2 Chainz Alchemist album, Smith and Wesson, Dave East and Ransom.
You said what, last year or this year?
This year.
Yeah, Mobb Deep dropped.
Yeah, Mobb Deep album. Yeah, like I think it was better albums this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. Well, damn. I just realized that really Havoc had the best produced album on Mass Appeal and not Preemo. A lot of people could say that.
Interesting. But he had Alchemist too. Him and Alchemist. Yeah.
Because I think now, like, just from listening to the album and hearing, hearing people's feedback.
Right.
It seems like Premo's production was a referendum.
Not for me. Like I said, like from 8 years ago, I felt like he was sliding down. He was not doing memorable stuff. But I feel like he found himself slowly, gradually this summer with the Rock Marcy project, and then come out with the project with Ransom, even though I didn't like the whole thing. But I do like 3 tracks on there. And then the De La album, he really found himself. And now we got this album. So I feel like if it was a downward spiral where it was like everything was coming out with this year was garbage, then this would have been a disaster. But I feel like he found himself on the De La album, and then this album comes out.
Do we need more Nas next year?
We don't need it. I would like it. I mean, they're already talking about Nas and AZ. If not next year, then maybe 2027. But
yeah, I would rather them take a year off,
right?
Have Nas and AZ record all through 2026 and come back in 2027.
He's going to tour for this album, so I think next year we'll probably see him and Preemo tour for this album.
I feel like we're getting too much Nas in the last.
But that's good. Remember, there was a time when he wasn't dropping consistently. He was dropping.
He should have dropped him when Jay was getting at him. That's when he should have dropped him.
But he woke up with Stillmatic. He gave us Stillmatic. He gave us Godson. And those two were great albums.
When did Nas not drop an album when Jay was getting at him?
He dropped Stillmatic, but
he fell asleep on Nostradamus.
Yeah.
Jay had to wake him up.
Yes, he had to wake him up. Yeah.
Get up.
But
after that, Jay
woke him up.
Jay kept on rising. Jay dropped Blueprint 2.
But he had some trash too. Jay-Z had some trash too during that time.
Yeah. But the consensus in New York, from radio to R&B to Jay-Z and R. Kelly, Jay-Z and Kanye West to Jay-Z and State Property, Beanie Siegel. The consensus in New York is the things that Hova was doing in those next 5, 6, 7 years. Nas wasn't touching that. We got Godson.
So where's Jay-Z been since 2017?
But Jay don't need to put on nothing. He already.
I don't want no more from Jay. I got enough.
If he genuinely got something to say and he wants to put out music, cool. I'm all for it. But if you ain't got shit to say, we don't need to see you just because you want to show your face.
So doesn't that make Nas a better overall MC than Hov?
I always felt like he was a better MC than Jay. I
always ask people when they were sparring back when like 97 to like 2004. Nobody is putting Nas over Jay-Z doing that. Tell me a concert that Nas put together that was better than the Hard Knock Life tour. Tell me an album that Nas has put together with someone that's better than the R. Kelly Best of Both Worlds. Tell me another collaboration that's better than Jay-Z and Kanye West. Tell me the rap group that Nas put together that's better than Stay Proper.
But see, Nas wasn't. See, Nas was doing his own thing even back then, like putting out, making the world know about
the level of what Jay-Z was doing.
I know, but making the world know about the other QB artists besides him and Mobb Deep. Like he put out those QB Finest projects so that the world could know who Nature is and who.
I like the QB Finest album, but you can't compare QB's Finest.
I know, yeah, he was. Jay had to wake him up. Jay did wake him up, and he gave us Stillmatic and he gave us Dodson. But then he went back to trash after that.
He gave us what's the double album called?
Street Disciples. That was okay. It wasn't great, and Jay-Z didn't drop a good double album either. That's why he had to send it back.
But I like Street Disciple more than
I like Street Disciple more. Yeah,
better than Blueprint 2.
Yes,
hell yeah.
I like it both. I like him more than that. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't a fan of Hip Hop Is Dead. I didn't care. Untitled, a good concept. I didn't like the production on there. You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is, man. I love that Untitled.
You love Untitled? A lot of people like it.
An album.
So if you had to rank Tribal Nas's albums on Columbia, Def Jam, and Mass Appeal, from one like with one being the highest and 3 being the lowest.
I think it's Columbia, Mass Appeal, and then Def Jam. You know, for me. Because I mean, the only album really on Def Jam that I loved was Distant Relatives. Him and Damian Marley. That was a phenomenal album. And they went on tour. The tour was successful, and I want to see him do another one with Damian Marley.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
Now I'm going Columbia, Def Jam, and this era. I just don't like. I haven't gone back to the King's Disease trilogy,
right?
Like that, and I haven't really gone back to the Magic. I listened to the albums when they first came out. I listened to them a month in, maybe,
right?
And I don't have the urge to pick up. Like I was just playing the I Am album just a couple of days ago.
I love that.
I don't get the urge to replay new Nas.
Right.
You know, it's just something about the replayability for it for me. It's just not there. I'm going back to the N album. I go back to Stillmatic. I go Godson. I go back to Godson all the time.
That sounds great.
You know, I go back to It Was Written all the time. His new stuff, it just doesn't grab me like the old music. I felt like he was just, his hunger was different than now. His rap style now, his flow seems a little different to me.
I heard people say that too. Somebody said it felt like he was reading it off of his phone.
Yeah, I like his older flow and his mid-career flow than.
I'm like, I don't see a change in his flow. I feel like he's still sharp as ever, but people feel like his flow sounds different now.
I can hear it.
So there's a song on Light Years called "It's Time."
I love that.
Where Preemo, he sent like "Fly Like an Eagle" has been sampled to death, but the way he flipped it was great. Do y'all, just going by flow, do y'all feel that Nas' flow on "It's Time" is any worse than his flows on his classic?
I felt like it was fluid. Like he sounded like vintage Nas on that, and just talking about time travel and having the listener is able for the listener to follow, and he didn't make it too complex. I love that.
I put this album over everything except King's Disease 1. Currently. Okay. King's Disease 2, no. King's Disease 3, no.
Right.
Magic series was good. I think Magic 3 was the best.
Magic. I agree. That was the best one.
From what I've been feeling, like this one has more nostalgia with the production for me.
Yeah.
So I put this in his recent stuff, King's Disease, and this one goes right after.
I think Rock, like when you mentioned like he has like 3 different eras, I think we got to include the pandemic era too, because he did those King's Disease during the pandemic.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's like the pandemic era of Nas, where he was dropping music and some of it was hitting, some of it wasn't.
But you know what though?
Mhm.
I'm glad you said that because
Uh-huh.
I actually like the Magic albums more than any
Same.
King's Disease
Yeah,
album.
I like the Magic trilogy more.
And I think it has something to do with Hit Boy's approach
Mhm.
to the Magic series. Like there was less experimentation,
Pressure.
and it just seemed like Hit
Yeah.
Boy just gave Nas hard hitting beats.
Yeah.
You know, for Nas to rhyme over it. Sometimes no hook is needed, just rhyme.
Right.
That touched me more. That touched me more than anything.
Like King's Disease 2, it might have been like maybe 2 or 3 songs I liked, and that was it. I didn't replay it like that. You know what I'm saying? Part 3 to me was the best one in the series, KD3. Part 1 had some joints, but again, I didn't play too much. But I do like the Magic trilogy more. I think it was, like you said, it was less experimenting with Hit Boys production. It was just straight ahead boom bap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Rap is in a good place, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm excited for next year. I want to see Styles P drop.
Yeah.
I want to see the locks
Mhm.
drop. I hope Ghostface carries on this tradition and puts together something at the end of the year. I don't want anything too soon because I'm still listening to the
Right.
Supreme
Right.
Soundtrack too. That album, it has more replay value to me than
Yes.
the Slick Rick, than the Raekwon. The Clips, I still replay the Clips a lot. I love the Clips album.
Yes.
But next year there's a couple artists I'm looking forward to like carry on, because I think this last 4 or 5 years we've been getting some quality albums from our veterans, man. So I want to see the veterans continue that. And shout out to Nas, man, for Mass Appeal doing everything he's doing to help. Like I think Nas and Jay, they're on a run right now where Jay is over there giving us everything that we complained about with the NFL every year. Oh, it's U2. Oh, it's Kiss. Oh, it's another white band. Oh, it's Taylor Swift. Oh, for the last 5 years,
Right.
had nothing but hip hop or some Rihanna.
Right.
Like Jay has given us everything we wanted at the biggest stage in football. So I like what Jay's doing. Stay doing that. And then Nas is over here giving us all of these artists, giving them the freedom to put out their music on Mass Appeal. So I want to see him keep that energy. Whoever else wants to get on Mass Appeal, release their music with no pressure. I think they're both in 2 different directions, but it still involves music. And I like where they are right now in their career. Man.
I think Mass Appeal is greater than Rock Nation as a label.
Interesting. Already? You already I don't know about that, Rocker.
Hot take.
Yeah, Dipset. You had State Property.
Hot take.
No, those are Rockefeller. I'm talking about Rock Nation.
Oh, Rock Nation. Yeah, who's on Rock Nation anymore though?
Rihanna.
Rihanna's still on it?
Isn't J. Cole on Rock Nation?
He on Dreamville now, I think.
Dreamville, okay. They have a very diverse team, man. Rock Nation, man.
Right.
Okay, so how would
hot take?
I mean, but it isn't. I feel like Rock Nation is just the name that's like the attractive anymore. Like I don't even know who their lineup is on.
Bass, you cheating, man. You cheating, man. Why you ain't say Rockefeller record? Why you ain't say the Diamond versus
Mass Appeal?
You cheating, man. You cheating, man.
Oh no, like because Rockefeller, for that to be like a fair parallel, it would have to be like Nas's first career on Columbia.
Okay. Y'all just said Nas was bigging up the Bravehearts and all that. I put the Bravehearts up against this.
Well, no.
Put the Bravehearts against this.
To me, I look at the Bravehearts like I look at the Saint Lunatics.
Salute.
12. Nah.
Yo.
Like even if you look at Jay-Z's albums on Rock Nation,
right,
they pale in comparison to Nas's albums on Mass Appeal alone.
Okay, wait. Let's pause there for a second. I want to address this because you just said I want to address this, and I know there's tons of people that's going to be in the comments talking about accolades don't matter, Grammys don't matter, Moon Men don't matter, sales don't matter, MTV don't matter. When we're talking about at the height of their career, we cannot compare Nas and Jay-Z, man. It's just not a comparison, yo. Nas, when Jay was just running through accolades after accolades after accolades after accolades, releasing albums with 1 million sold first day. Nas never did that in his career, man. And I get it. Nas is an amazing MC, lyrical beast. I'm not saying nothing like that. But Jay was racking everything up, man. He was scooping everything up for himself, yo.
Yeah.
When we look at Jay's shelf and Nas' shelf, Nas got 1 Grammy. 45. Listen, y'all gotta, people gotta stop and put some respect on Hova's name, man. They're both very lyrical. When it comes to running the industry,
I hear you.
Running up the numbers.
But a lot of people
never ran the numbers up like
a lot
Jay.
of people would say that Nas is the most respected MC compared to Jay, and even a lot of his album cuts were better than some of Jay's own. So we're not. It's like I think it's two different artists where.
That's a good run.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like when it comes to hits, like yes, Jay-Z got that, but a lot of the strong album cuts came from Nas, from his album. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if they did a versus, he could definitely battle Jay.
And also, I hear what you're saying about Jay-Z. Yes, he has more hits than Nas, more number ones than Nas, more Grammy Awards, more American Music Awards. He's definitely more decorated by the industry than Nas. Matter of fact, Nas got his first Grammy for King's Disease.
Right.
So,
1 out of 6 albums. Let me remind you.
That's the Grammy fault, though. That's not him. The Grammys got it wrong.
Go ahead, Bash. Sorry for interrupting. I just want to remind folks watching.
But are we going to forget about some of Jay-Z's lowlights, like Girl's Best Friend, Hey Poppy?
Whoa.
I like that, though.
Whoa. Bam.
I like that joint. I'm sorry, Rocky. I'm not with you with that
one, yo. That's fire.
Y'all really riding for Hey Poppy.
I like that joint. Yeah.
Man, you know what? Like maybe I should have expected this because I'm against it. I'm against 2 Brooklyn guys right now.
No. We're not going to do that because to the 16th point, let's act like Jay-Z can't be beat. Eminem is just as decorated as Jay, and he could probably beat him in a battle.
But he's not going to beat anybody with Hey Poppy. But he's not going to beat anybody with Hey Poppy.
I know. I'm just saying.
Let him know, Rock. Hey,
it's
Rock,
one of my favorites. I'm just saying it's one of my favorites. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, can I say something, y'all?
Yeah.
First of all, peace to everybody. I see 16 in the building. Get ready, 16. Hey, 16, I'm going to need you for a minute. Get ready. Get ready. I'm going to say is this. Y'all are waiting Preem and Nas like it's detox. Forget the drum machine when Preem can just do the beatbox. Or bang on the top of the table, let the house key knock. And knock a freestyle. They can't see Nas. Welcome to the underground, nigga.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
He should have done
and
that.
For all you whole fans out there, I want to say one thing before I start. For all you whole fans out there, please forgive me for what I'm about to say. I'm about to, because I got a continuation with this cat right here. And he picked the perfect day to fuck with That Ain't Rap podcast by my nigga, Trap Burrow, Rock Bash. We in the building. Hip hop motherfucking commission. Let's go, nigga. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. I see my nigga Dame in the building. Yo, Dame, let's go.
Salute.
I see whoever else in the building. Yo, my niggas, let's go. Anybody that fuck with that Light Years album, let's motherfucking go.
Yes.
All right?
Yep.
Right now, what you listening to right now is a piece of hip hop breathing that real shit. And when it came to this Light Years shit, to me, all it was, if you follow Nas from the beginning, to me, it was a full circle moment album for that nigga. You know what I mean? It's a full circle moment. And the nigga was smart enough to make a song dedicated to all the female rappers. Let's just say that. Right? His album had dedication energy. I'm paying homage energy. You know what I'm saying? Our forefathers energy. You get what I'm saying? This whole year, real shit, nigga. Nas 2025 is the best. Is one of the best years of Nas, right? And I'm not talking about far as I'm not talking about far as, because when niggas gonna talk about accolades, nigga, let me. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Let's talk about an accolade, right? I understand niggas got a bunch of Grammys and shit, you know, decorations for your living room. And my nigga Rockabye said it best. The nigga is decorated. That nigga is decorated, and I fucks with Hov. But when it comes to Nas, he can't fuck with Nas. That's one. And he know that. That's his favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. It ain't by a landslide. But again, for everything, it's always a top two. You got Michael and Prince. You got Nike and Adidas. You got fucking Pepsi and fucking Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's and Burger King. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. You know how I go, right? Now, check this out. What rapper y'all know that, I don't give a fuck how much money nigga got, that's on that top tier, and I mean top tier, top motherfucking tip of the fucking levels of hip-hop legends, gave back, put niggas on this shit. Niggas on. The nigga bought, look, first of all, the nigga helped bring back legendary rappers back. Gave them the confidence, gave them the energy, say, man, fuck this nigga. We're gonna do us again. The nigga made a Legend Has It series. And it's let me finish. I ain't get started yet. Right? Check it out. Right? Not only that, listen, he individually played a part in not gonna say individually, but he played a major part in putting Legends back on. Legend Has His series, paid in full foundation, fucking made sure hip hop museum got their fucking bread, and other museums that wasn't publicly announced that loud. You get what I'm saying? Never mind the casino shit. That ain't shit compared to what he did for the culture. And end of the year with a bang, where his lyrics say, "Nigga, you can't fuck with me, nigga."
Right.
Who? What? That's what I thought. And let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now. Hov better not put a fucking foot on a versus stage against this nigga. I'm sorry. I love Hov. Hey, Brooklyn, forgive me. Hov fans, forgive me. But if it's a versus, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Do the right thing, my nigga, and don't do it. You gotta go with Wayne. You gotta go with Wayne. Because he easy. Weezy probably easy.
What
you say?
Let Triborough set it up on Dad and Rap podcast. You play 20, I play 20.
Oh, nigga, hold up. I thought you meant the real Nas Hov. You don't want to do that with me, bro. You already decorated. So I promise you, nigga, your catalog is too gutter for mine. That's one. I can tell by your style, your fucking catalog is not gutter enough for mine. It's too decorated. I'm too gutter. You get what I'm saying? You can hear the motherfucking voice. You get my energy. If you watch Respect the Legends of Hip Hop documentary, you can see the visual gutter in me. So be careful. Be careful. Because I'm gonna have fun. Because I'm gonna have motherfucking fun, my nigga. You hear me? Yo, welcome to the underground. Straight up.
Let me respond.
Straight up. Hey, try, bro. Play this shit back during the week. And by the way, for those who playing this shit back, December 28th, you meet all of us right here. You're gonna meet Triborough, Rockabye, 16 bars. Yes. My nigga Freeze,
Crazy.
You know, my nigga Rich Notch, Dame back to the lab, right? Meet us all December 28th at the motherfucking You Gotta Respect the Legends virtual screening, right?
Yes.
We're gonna send you the link for the virtual room,
Yes.
right? And it's a dope experience. Anybody that really fucks with hip hop, seriously, will love this shit. I promise you. I promise you. Welcome to the underground.
Can I respond to one of your points?
Go ahead.
How you tried to mislead the viewers out there.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You came open with it. Mislead. Okay. All right. Go ahead. We gonna get it on today, bro. Oh, trust me.
You just said that Nas is the one that opened the door for all the veterans to start putting out good music. I'm gonna take
no. See, you twisted it. You twisting it. I said played a part. You twisted it. I said he played a part, and he did.
Can I speak now?
Oh, I got. Go ahead, 60. Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
In 2018, there was a guy by the name of Styles P. Released a slew of albums. Ghost Kills in 2017. He released the album G Host in 2018. He then went ahead and released the Beloved album with Dave East in 2018. He then went ahead and released Dime Bag in 2018. And then he went and released the SP The GOAT album in 2019. So don't sit here and act like Nas is the renaissance for veteran MCs to start putting out new music. There's been other veteran MCs putting out new music. I could bring up more names. I'm only going to bring up one. All right, Styles P put out at least 6 to 7 albums within the.
Hey, your point is weak. Let me say something. Your point is weak, but go ahead. Your point is weak, but go ahead. Your point is weak because you ain't that shit ain't got enough to it. I'm gonna keep 100 with you. You might want to take a break. You might want to go back in the corner of the ring and reset because your point is weak. But go ahead.
I want to.
Nah, but go ahead.
For what he's doing, I respect what he's doing. I love what he's doing, but what you're doing is you're misconstruing things and you're faking the funk for your fans out there.
I love it. Just get ready, my nigga. I love it. Please keep going.
Keep right to a point. Yeah, like Styles was putting out albums, but it wasn't to this level of excitement like Nas though. That's the thing.
Like and I said, play the part. You understand? When the last time you heard a Slick Rick album, my nigga? Huh? When the last time you heard a De La Soul album, my nigga? Huh? When the last time you heard a Big L album, my nigga? I'll wait. When the last time you heard a Big L album, I'll wait. When the last time you heard a De La Soul album, I'll wait. When's the motherfucking last time you heard a Mobb Deep album, my nigga? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I told you, nigga. Your shit is weak.
I didn't like the Big L album, but I understand what he did.
Even the cover art was lazy.
What legend had a fucking comic book, nigga? And matter of fact, you was defending Hove. You ain't what happened to defending Hove? How you gonna put Styles on the picture now? You was just defending Hove. No, keep your Hove energy up, nigga. I want the Hove energy, nigga. Keep the Hove energy, nigga. Keep the Hove energy, nigga. You about to feel it tonight, nigga. Keep the Hove energy. Keep the Hove energy, nigga. Put your diamond back up. Put your diamond back up. Put your diamond back up.
Takeover still hurting you?
Yeah. Please come with the takeover, because that's where it stopped. But go ahead.
Takeover still hurting you?
Stop. Nigga, you already feel the ether burn. Nigga, stop. You
still mad?
Nigga, stop.
I would love that battle. I would love that. I would love
Stop, bro. Nah, I want to do that, bro. That nigga go put on. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you gonna put on excuse me, miss, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
The Nas and Hove battle, I would love to do that, but I think because of copyright, they would kick me off for doing that.
No.
You gotta do it on TikTok.
No. Hey, look. Look. Hey, all right, look. 16. Keep on some real shit, bro. Look, fuck with us December 28th. I got a space for you. I promise you. But I'd rather him see it. No, I'd rather him see it first, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if he want to, you know what I mean, rock with it.
What you got going on?
All right, put it this way. On December 28th, we got a virtual screening, but it's in a virtual room, and it's in like a virtual type of hip hop museum, you can say, right?
Yeah.
And I'd rather you like get the feel of it first, and then be like, all right, look, you know what? I fuck with it. And if you fuck with it, all right, we can have a debate right at that platform, and we can have it recorded easily. Because we was trying to record before on the other virtual platforms, but it's still minor technical difficulties. But we already have one that's already ready. You get what I'm saying? But it's hip hop vibe though. So I don't want you to think it's like
pick your own avatar for the room.
Yeah, it's hip hop vibe though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You know, I ain't going.
Oh yeah, that would be great if he's there with us for sure.
It's hip hop, and not just that. Us talking shit.
Yeah.
In character form is even funnier.
That'd be crazy.
It's on X. What's it on X or?
I can send you the link. I can send the link. I can send the link. Now it's but you can sign in through I think. Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is more direct because the other link is like you can sign it through. It's made by Meta, so you can sign it through Instagram or Facebook. But this one right here for this December 28th is direct. I'm gonna send the link. It's direct, and I'm not sure what you're looking like December 28th. It's on a Sunday. Mostly everybody in the house is Sunday at 6 p.m. So that's why we chose a time where majority of people in the house and they can watch it. And if you don't have VRs, that's cool. You can use your phone and just cast it to your TV to get a better experience if you don't have VRs. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I you know what I mean? If hip hop heads, the way we got it set up, hip hop heads will love it.
Oh yeah, they love it.
Yep.
But I'm messing with the new album, man. I like the new album.
I love it. I think it's fire.
I mess with it. I think a lot of people that don't like it don't understand the production. That production is not for this new generation. This is a veteran production. This is for people that grew up in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You know, those samples and the way the beats are put together. You know, it's not a bad album. It's not a 10 out of 10 like I see some people out there putting it, but it's a very solid album that has a lot of, like I said, Try early on. I put that second track on. I felt like I was back in the late 80s, bro.
Right. Yeah, ready?
I was like, wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And why he do the big over, yo? I'm like, oh no, this nigga didn't, yo.
Right?
No, this nigga didn't.
Crazy.
I had to. The first half I listened to it on my headphones, and when I after work I jumped back in. I had to put it on my stereo. I said, let me listen to it.
Yeah, he's banging out on speaker, right?
And the stereo sound even much better.
Oh yeah,
sound better on my stereo. So I enjoy the album. Like I said, I just think that Nas is putting out too much content because the way music is now, there's so much. Like I said, Friday, 21 Savage dropped and Conway dropped, and over the weekend I had all three albums to listen to. It's just too much music coming out.
But even like back in the day when music was sold at record stores, like you go to the listening station and then you may listen to a couple cuts from each album, and then after you make up your mind on which album you feel is doper, then you go to the counter.
Yeah.
You lay down your $20, for the cassette or CD, and you listen to it. To me, I think with streaming is even easier because you can go on YouTube Music or go on Amazon or go to Spotify, and you can listen to each album.
Right.
You can take a day to listen to each album. So I don't think there's anything. I don't think Nas is dropping too much content.
Now you know what though?
It's not like he's over flooding the market.
Yeah, you know what though? That's why. All right, so that kind of pulled back to when I said to y'all, like, look, I love Nas, but it's been so much. If him and Preem push it back, I'm not mad because he you know what I'm saying, as a Nas fan, he gave us a lot these past whatever years, you know what I'm saying, he gave us a lot, right? Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. That shit had me bumping that shit on my speaker 12 something, just in the zone, like, damn, this shit is tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is tough, but I'm gonna say this. Yo, overall, to me, it's like I get the energy of most of his albums put together. Like he gave some Stillmatic energy with Third Childhood, right? He gave you Life's a Bitch energy with AZ. You get what I'm saying? And I thought about it. I'm like, damn, a lot of his memorable tracks he produced was from Premier. You get what I'm saying? I didn't realize it until then. You know, he got a lot of shit outside of Premier, but you know, it's something about Preem shit that stands out. So I you know what I mean? And you know, this shit was just gutter as fuck. Oh, this shit called Writers. Who the fuck had a song dedicated to the niggas tagging shit up? Now, mind you, I know the artifacts. I ain't gonna hold you. I would if Tang One was alive, I would love for him to do like a remix, some shit like that, because artifacts was they represented, you know, that whole graffiti movement as far as rappers back then. I don't really know. I can't, not saying the other rappers didn't, but that really stood out with it. You know, for me, artifacts. And I'm not saying that because I'm from where they from, you know, from Jersey. But you know, they that energy. If it's not artifacts, it's like a movie, like, you know what I'm saying, like Fresh and not Fresh. What the fuck is that? Wild Style. Wild Style, like a Wild Style.
And Beat Street.
Yeah, Beat Street. You know what I'm saying? He's shouting out all them niggas and shit, and you know what I mean, and. You know, then to my sons and my daughters, remember that shit he had back in the days, and my daughters and shit. So he got the shit to my women's with sons, let them run, shit like that. And you know, he dedicated, you know, and then he give you the big energy and shit. And he did some slick shit. It's a song called "Shine Together," right? It got a little hook from Victory, right? And what he did was they was like, and they had Puff voice like, and they cut the shit short. They had Nas, instead of Puff saying it, they had Nas said, "On together." Energy from all the eras of not just Nas, but shit that was popping. Like we all know it gave you that bad boy big era energy. You know what I'm saying? Like at the death energy. You get what I'm saying? It gave me, you know, it gave me that fucking essence of AZ energy. It made you think about all the, not just Life's a Bitch, but all the collabs he did with A. You get what I'm saying? And shit like that. And it's a hint for a Nas and AZ album. Which no better time than now. You get what I'm saying? A Nas and AZ album. And I think low key that was a hint on that album. Well, they just ain't saying nothing yet.
He mentioned that in the Joe Budden interview that he wants to do the album with AZ.
Oh, that's it. That's the green light right there.
They just gotta, their schedules has always been busy. Like either AZ was doing something or Nas was busy, but he wants to be able to get in the studio with AZ.
I think that should be a part of Legend Has a Series too. Straight up.
Yeah, for
straight
sure.
Up.
What did you think about the beat? What do you think of? Because a lot of people don't like the beat with that he did with AZ.
Shit. Oh, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not surprised at that. Because one, they feel that it's AZ. It gotta have some type of essence, energy, like Life's a Bitch, how you living. You know what I mean? They use something classy, like niggas smoking cigars too, some type of shit. Not no shit that niggas is smoking that ooh-wee too. You get what I'm saying? That's what shit that niggas is lighting blunts, not cigars. That's blunts. You know what I mean? And maybe some Henny or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It got that type of energy, but it's still chill. You know, it's raw. It's some raw chill shit. It ain't that, you know, smooth shit. That the other shit is like sneakers, like with shorts and button ups. This shit is for like boots and heavy coats.
I'm like, they expect like some mafioso shit. I'm like, bro, this is like a real chill track, and they just trading bars.
And they just set you up. They really, that's a prep. You know what I mean? Like they setting up. And that Joe Budden did some slick shit. Had a little out of the blue interview with Nas and Premier.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. That shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
That was good. You know, and they talked about even like there was a different beat for the collab, but I guess it was sample clearances, and they got the other beat that Preemo gave them.
I think with for me, my story, your story. For me, I wasn't really, I didn't have a problem with the beat. It was more like maybe in my mind I felt like, man, like the kind of trading off that they're doing. It was I've heard that done better by Kiss and Styles. So for me, I was looking for something, but like to me, it's not as good as the Essence or the Flyest.
Or More Money, More Murder.
Right. Yeah, and to me, and I'm looking forward to Nas and AZ, you know, doing an album. You know, but to me, my only thing was just the lyrical content. I felt like they could go. I just felt like they barely scratched the surface of what they could do together. But with that said, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I would love for Nas to release Bouquet to the ladies around Valentine's Day. And then have like the women that was mentioned in the video.
Yeah, that's I think they all do that shit.
Don't bring Sexy Red in the video. Don't put Kaya in the video. I was so tight when he said Kaya. Yo, I'm like, what?
That's my neck and my back.
Oh, come on.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Stripper chick.
He said Ice Spice. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Hey man, hey look, man, you gotta show the new generation ladies too. You know what I mean? I did it though.
You know, we don't need them. Like we got enough raunchy hip hop out there that's destroying the culture. Nah, we're not back in sexual.
Hey, look, he shouted out my boo, Lady London though. He shouted out Lady London. That's my boo. Yeah, they ain't fucking with her. Listen, none of them. Ice Spice, Ice Red, whoever. You get what I'm saying? They not fucking with Lady London.
Yeah, I was enjoying the song. I'm like, oh, this is dope. Okay. Oh, he started calling the names. I'm like, oh, he said Kim and Foxy. Okay.
Right.
Man said Kaya. He said Ice Spice. He said Sexy. I was like, yo, Nas, man, you gotta stop playing so much, bro. You play.
I mean, on some real shit. I think Bouquet to the ladies. To me, it might be a sign that I don't even know if it's a sign, but I think for the Legend Has It 2 series, I think Nas might release a few albums by female MCs.
Yep,
that'd be dope.
Yeah. I could see like I could see a person like Lady London or Rod Digger type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And look, on some real shit. When we were talking last time, right, about like who you had like a raw beat and like the toughest female MCs, I forgot one tough female. I don't know how I forget her, and I got her on Instagram too. And I was there. Look, and the shit, her record broke in my shop. No boy, hey, look. Look. I cut the guy back then, right? That broke the record. Young and May.
Yeah,
he said, yo, Ray, watch me break this record.
You mentioned Young and May.
Young and May too.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned it. No, I'm saying I forgot to mention. That reminded me. I forgot to mention Young and May when we had a previous talk about tough like female MCs.
Yeah.
As far as like in this era, and what would beat, and we just name a few on the collab. And I think we named like. I know I'd say Lady London and what's her name? Dolce and that chick Chenoa.
Yeah, Chenoa,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Young and May.
You just mentioned Rod Digger. Y'all think Rod Digger still good? To put music out today?
No, she do. You
think Rod Digger still got it? When's the last time we heard Rod Digger?
Oh, bro. Hold up. I'm from Newark. That's one. Let's put Big City in the building. 2, Rod Digger, I'll burn any chick you name right now. So let's get back to it. Yesterday, nigga. There you have it. Yesterday. Matter of fact, and she's on. You gotta respect Legends Part 2. She's also on Verse Gods. Tearing shit down. And she still tours.
Rod Digger has
new material out. Huh?
Rod Digger has new material out? For real?
Yes, for real. And she's still tough. You acting like she she wasn't one of them ones. Like I said, name a female rapper. Name a female rapper you know that can fuck with Rod Digger. Please. Let's get back to it. Let's get back. You better not. Let's get back to it. I'm telling you.
I'll give you a name that wasn't mentioned on the song, The Brat. He never mentioned the Brat on that song.
No, you sure?
Nah, he didn't mention them.
Damn.
Somebody pointed out he didn't mention Cyrock. He didn't mention Cyrock. He's very underground.
You sure he mentioned Cyrock? Nah, he said Cyrock.
Old school Cyrock. There's another Cyrock. He didn't mention her.
Oh, you talking about SAROC?
Yeah, she put out like an album like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't mention her. He didn't mention the Brat. I didn't hear the Brat's name on that.
Yeah, Cyrock is dead nice.
Yeah.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, the Brat, yo, that's a hard one to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you miss the Brat?
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, yo.
She's one of the West Coast legends.
I think what Nas can do is do another version of Bouquet,
right,
and mention the MCs, the female MCs that he didn't mention in part 1.
He might do the remix.
No, Bash, you're right, man. It'll be ill for him around Valentine's to put out a video.
Yeah,
all of those female MCs in there. That'd be dope, man.
Yeah, that'd be killer. I ain't gonna hold you.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
In that way, man, you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to help the female listeners,
right?
And and hell, that song, like I hate this word, but for lack of a better term, it may go viral. Like the message of that song will resonate with women all over the world, especially with. But like I saw, Moni Love, she was listening to Pause tapes, and she was visibly moved. She would definitely I could see her really championing the song,
right?
For Valentine's Day, because let's be real, most most people treat that day like any other day. But if you got if somebody could get in Nas's ear and be like, yo, you had a great opportunity. It's February is 2 months away.
Mm-hmm.
We can, shoot a video, and then we can, you can have female MCs rhyme over that beat, make it a challenge, do something like that. What y'all think?
I agree. I like that.
Yeah, there was a few female MCs that came on that went on X and all that, putting out videos like, "Yo, nah, shout me out." Yo.
Yeah, where I seen that 3D and a T. She put out something. I seen what's the name post? I seen Lady London post something too. Yeah. I seen a few of them post shit, real shit.
Yeah. They hype.
But that was needed though, man. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta give flowers to the ladies, man. That was needed.
How long is this Nas album going to stay in rotation?
For me, I played it today before we went live.
To answer your question, I'm definitely going to have it in my rotation for at least a month. Easy.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason I stopped playing De La Soul is because of Nas' album. Only reason why I stopped playing Mobb Deep was because De La Soul. Right. And only reason I stopped playing Alfredo too was because of Mobb Deep. And yo, those are my favorite albums of the year, man. But I ain't gonna lie, everybody has a #1 album of the year. Yeah, like they're #1. You know what I mean? Like I got my #1 so far. Cause that's it, right? After Nas, this is it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless Hov come out on Christmas or something, but
no, Hov, listen. I think next year you're gonna see Hov, you're gonna see Meth, you're gonna see them Locks niggas.
We just talked about Method Man just a second.
Yeah,
Method Man and Havoc, Man and Havoc, and I think that should be on Legends Hazard Series too. And somebody need to hit up Doc and let him know, like, yo, him and Meth need another Meth.
That Redman, that Muddy Waters too, that is still in rotation, bro. I don't know. Yeah. I love that album. Yo. I love that album, man. Redman. Something about Redman's albums, it's like I said to you earlier, it's exciting, yo. Like it's not one of those, like you're talking about the Nas and AZ song where you're sitting down smoking cigars. The Red album is just it's fun. It makes me want to just move, yo. Like something about Red's music.
Personality always shines on the song.
Yeah, man. I love that album, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all trying to fit an accident. Hey, listen, I may ask y'all this, right? I just a little point I want to make. All right. A lot of people's work, right, is a reflection of who they are, right?
Yeah.
Like they body work is a reflection of who they are, their lifestyle, their vibe, their energy. You get what I'm saying? Like you think of Nas, right? You think of Nas, making business moves. At the same time, at nighttime, he might be on some hip hop shit with the maybe it can be up in Queens, or Vegas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some dope shit going on. La 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 la. It says at the third. You know what I'm saying? You can feel in his music. You know what I'm saying? You can hear that shit, right?
Right.
So on and so on. Redman, you can hear the shit he do. His lifestyle is a little different from the average rapper. What rapper y'all know been skydiving since 2017, right?
Right.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like the nigga, like skydive. It's one thing you have it once, but this nigga skydives like niggas go to the ball and go to the court and play ball.
Right.
Real shit. You know what I mean? Like that.
You know what blew my mind too? Seeing Method Man at the Jets game working the cameras. That blew my mind, though.
Oh, he was the guest photographer that day.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, he was the guest photographer. Hey, yo, I think I just seen. I don't know what rapper that was. I ain't want to say no while I was there, but about 10 minutes ago, y'all. Maybe a little less than 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes ago, when I was just got on, whatever. Maybe I was driving past I can't forget the rapper's name, but they were just making a video. Real shit. I ain't want to,
Right.
say too much, but it's just I forgot the name, but it's somebody we know.
Okay.
It's somebody we know that make grizzly music too. Real shit. Yeah. I swear to God, I just drove past that shit.
So new music.
Niggas got look, niggas got the heavy jewelry and everything. I guess niggas keep it real for real. Huh?
New video coming?
No, not me. No, I'm saying I drove past it. They was filming the video.
They got a new video coming out. Who's the artist?
Queens, I forgot the name, but it's some niggas. All I'm saying is it's some niggas that be fucking with Griselda niggas.
Okay.
Yeah, real talk. It's damn. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh, earlier we was talking about which producer would you want to see pair with the MC, and we was in I think it was 15 that mentioned Just Blaze, should produce for Griselda. What are your thoughts about Just Blaze producing an album on Griselda?
Just Blaze?
Yep.
Hey yo, on some real shit. That's a producer I miss.
Yeah.
Just Blaze will go perfect with this era. You know what I mean? He had raw shit. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward. One thing I wanted to hear from Just Blaze, and I guess things went left. I really wanted to hear the whole Just Blaze and Saigon album back in the day when you know what I mean, when Saigon was like the way they had Saigon set up. Y'all remember 06 when you could tell that the next rappers to blow up was Saigon and Papoose.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I remember that era, right?
Yeah.
And right now I can see Just Blaze. I don't know if he did Slaughterhouse shit. Like, say if Slaughterhouse was the return, which it might not happen, but you never know.
Yeah, that probably gonna happen. Shout out to Joel
You know
Ortiz.
what I mean?
He's still putting out.
Yeah. Joe. Oh yeah, like niggas like that. I like Joel Ortiz's last album with Hitmaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope with Hitmaker.
I think he put out like two this year already.
Who? Joel?
Oh yeah. This year.
Yeah, Joel. But I can see Just Blaze fucking with I can see Just Blaze rocking with Stove. Cause real talk. I don't want that goat stamp shit. I don't like it, man. I ain't gonna sit and pretend because I'm a Stove God Cook fan, but I ain't like it, man. It sound like they trying to put him in the dressing room already. Like, damn, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like it. It sound like that shit was made in Magic City. I ain't like it.
All right, so question for y'all, because this is one of the big topics that have been coming up last few months. What do y'all feel about hip hop not being in like the top 20s on these charts? Like, hip hop is not as relevant as it was 15, 20 years on the charts. On the charts.
You want to chart? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's all fixed, straight up. Hov said it. Jermaine Dupri said it, and Nas. That shit is fixed. Real shit. That listen, it's like this. The elite, the top, whoever, right? They control what we see or they want us to see. You know what I mean? That's why Hov said that shit with Meek and I forgot who, I think it was Ross on the Championship album. And he said, looking at Billboard like, is you dumb? And then Jermaine Dupri had a blog about, yo, they fixing this shit just to make us look lower than the level that we already are. That's some real shit. Yeah, yo, that's some real shit. Yo, from all those type of tabloid, whether it's Billboard, whether it's certain magazines, whether it's certain award shows like the Grammys, because they want us to still bleed for their acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they program it is where so they let us believe that their acknowledgement means more to us than our own acknowledgement means more to us. You get what I'm saying? And that's a form of it. Grammys is a form of it. Rolling Stone magazine is a form of it. You know what I'm saying? In reality, listen, I don't give a how many Grammy, whatever you got. It's about the level of energy from the core of the culture. You get what I'm saying? Right. Real shit. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you're accepting more outside the culture that presents itself as it is bigger than the culture. But after 50 years, our culture is bigger than everything. Right. And we innovate everything, and they own our dick straight up. Yep. Just like that.
And a lot of times when you have like you can see when certain artists are just fighting to be on the radar of the Grammys. Like, look at the way Nicki Minaj act.
Oh man!
Like you can tell that every time that she's not nominated for a Grammy, she has an emotional breakdown.
Don't break my heart, man. Please, not her right now, man. Please, she done did enough, man. Oh,
yeah. There's plenty. I think what it does is that it makes people have to start from scratch and not have any sort of preconceived notion of what success is. Because, I mean, just look at look at the BT Hip Hop Awards that got canceled.
Yeah.
Was anybody really sweating the BT Hip Hop Awards? Like,
nope.
Did anybody really care if so rapper got an award?
I haven't watched that in years.
Me neither. I ain't watching in a minute.
Hey, yo, hold up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me again.
Yeah.
Yo, the funny thing is, right? We all, I don't want to say we outgrew it. It's just that the shit wasn't it's like should I say they or we were just like letting it go. Right. Think about it. How they have a hip hop awards in a fucking strip club, yo?
The content of these award shows, it shifted, man. Like when you watch an award show like the Soul Train, and like you saw like we used to have core, like really good artists, like artists that had talent, that was seasoned,
Exactly.
And they shifted it to more titties and ass and twerking, and the core of the music was just being left behind. That's why I stopped watching. When I watched the awards and to see these performances, number one,
lazy as hell.
Yeah, the performances was not good. All they want to do is show ass and titties and twerk, and then their talent, like not to talk bad about anybody and their talent, but hip hop's talent took a huge drop like after 2010, 12. Like it just, the talent level of hip hop was not in a good place, man. For the last 5 years or 6 years, I would say it's coming back, but there was a time when, like, from 2012, it's just the talent just dropped, man. All these young artists coming out, putting out these songs that didn't sound good. They can't rap. They're not on cue. Their vocals are horrible. Their breath control is horrible. The content in their songs was horrible. Like there's no storytelling. Like all these award shows. I still watch the Grammys. I still watch the Grammys, but a lot of these other award shows, these black award shows, they lost me, man. It's just the talent of the like. I still think that some of these billionaires and millionaires, Jay-Z's, the Nas, the Nicki Minaj's, the big name, what's her name, Queen Latifah. I think they need to pool some money together and create our own hip hop show, man. Like create something like how The Source was. I think The Source was one of the most fair and honest hip hop shows of all time.
The Source Awards?
Yeah, The Source Awards. I thought watching The Source Awards, when you look at the nomination of the albums that were nominated on the Source Awards, I can hear you, Bash. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you froze.
Yeah. I just think the Source Awards, when it comes to the albums that was being awarded on the Source Awards, you were getting quality albums.
Right.
Deserving albums that were deserving to be in them top 5 albums. Nowadays, you listen to the top 5 albums for the rap category, you're like, what?
Yeah, but to me, I think hip hop at its best is countercultural. Like, for example, when ODB went on stage and interrupted the Grammys. Yeah, the Grammys acceptance speech.
Rest in peace, ODB.
Rest in peace to ODB. That moment was far more important than whoever was getting that award. Because at its core, hip hop is not supposed to be. Well, let me not say not supposed to be, but hip hop at its root is music that runs counter to what is happening in society. So when NWA came out, they didn't want to be, part of what was in and what was hip. Like, they were cats from LA. They rhymed about their environment, and they didn't seek to become pop. Their music, it attracted a lot of people all over the country that saw themselves in what they spoke about in their music. So whether it's NWA, Public Enemy, Kanye West before he went crazy.
Beyonce had the greatest album of all time.
Yeah.
Kanye, man, damn.
Yeah, like the best artists, they're always going to find a way to cut through. Whether it's Billboard, well, like if Billboard never existed, those artists will find their way. They'll find a way to cut through.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
More artist development.
Yeah, putting time in artist development actually it makes a big impact because a lot of people don't realize a lot of the biggest stars in entertainment history had a lot of time in development. Whitney Houston, right? Mm-hmm. Whitney Houston was signed for at least 5 years before they released the album. Real shit. Wow. She was signed to Clyde. Remember, anyway, she's from not far from where I'm from, right? And she's from Newark, Bassett Terrace, right? And I think he signed her maybe early 80s, late 70s, somewhere around there. They had her in development for a while, from what was told to me. You get what I'm saying? And you look at it, she became one of the biggest stars, if not the biggest star Clyde has ever had, right?
Facts.
Yeah. So that, the Jacksons, that was a lot of development before they released. And people don't understand like how much development it took to make a Thriller. Like it took the whole 70s and the beginning of the 80s just to be in a position to make Thriller. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's important, man, because a lot of motherfuckers just wake up, I feel like I want to rap. I want to sing. TikTok, I'm a star. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Real shit.
Yep.
It's a double-edged sword too, because you don't want to hate on nobody making their money, but like, god damn, man, it's just trash, bro. Like, it's just.
But but as far as like Ray's point, like timing is everything. Also, like if you look at Whitney Houston, like I think did her album come out after or before the Control album by Janet?
I think Whitney's first album was like 86, I think 87.
Nah, before that, like 83, 84 actually, like
Okay.
84. Yeah, because her first single was "You Give Good Love."
Right.
Look, my whole aunt living room was excited because they're from down the street, right? My aunt used to sing in the same nightclubs with her aunts. I'm not talking about Dionne Warwick and all. I'm talking about she had, a lot of people don't know, Whitney had another aunt that she was to sing with her mom's sissy. They always sing the same clubs,
right?
And they weren't as big as Dionne, but they made an impact on that scene. You get what I'm saying? On that scene. And so when I never fit in the living room, it was like, yo, Nip making a record, because back then that's how they talk. They didn't say, hey, you heard a new song, new tape, or the new track. They said, yo, what's thing got a record coming out? Yo, it's coming on now. So turn the Video Soul, because that was BT's original we call that Video Soul, right?
Yeah.
And the song is called "You Give Good Love." You know what I'm saying? And and next thing you know, the song came out called "Saving All My Love for You." Then after "Saving All My Love for You," they made a hit record called damn, what's the name of the song called? I believe the children of the future, teaching well and let's lead the way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And she took off. After that, she took off. Yo, she took off like real talk. And then the crazy thing about it, we live off the same block in both Newark and East Orange, because when I moved from Newark, when I was older, we moved from Newark, and her mom lived around the corner, not far, and we knew Whitney was home. We see the black Benz in the driveway.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so when she died, I saw some cameramen squatting down the street from her mom's house. And
that's that bullshit.
What you mean? No. Listen. No. They were at the school, because it's a school that's on Dodge Street named after Whitney, but they named it before she died. You get what I'm saying? It was named, I think, I don't know, it could have been a donation or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So they had that, and when I saw them, they was squatting for the school to open up in the morning, and they was squatting so early, it was only like 7:00 at night on a Sunday. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was squatting, and then a lot of people started, I think paparazzi and all that went to the actual house. You know what I'm saying? But of course by that time nobody lived there, as far as like, her mom and all that. They been moved. You know what I mean? She took her mom out of, Dodgetown way before she died. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So, but my point is, like, the development makes stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, nowadays, like, they just go on TikTok, they make a little song, they but you know, understanding though, it's a different type of, because we live in a different type of society now because of technology and things of that nature. So it's a different type of famous. It's not gonna be the same famous that we grew up on when it was more authentic and organic and really genuinely developed. You get what I'm saying? This shit here today ain't going tomorrow, because you got motherfuckers that can be a big star today, and tomorrow it's like you forgot about them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna never forget Michael and Whitney.
Right.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about Whitney like years ago, and it's been a while, but she was at some I think she was at the Soul Train Awards, I believe, and
was
Bobby booed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo, man, that had to be so crushing for her. I'm like, to this day, I don't understand like why people turned on her like that.
Hate. That's hate. Cause you gotta understand. It's hate because that hate didn't come from the people. That hate was influenced to the people. That hate came from other artists that envy her level of success. That's where that shit came from, yo. It's because a lot of stars felt that they got put in the background because of Whitney. Now some may have, that's true, but that's where that shit came from. Cause think about it, that hate went into an award show. How many award shows we don't watch in our lifetime where one of the biggest artists in the world gets booed for no fucking reason? It ain't like I can see like somebody booing Kanye at an award show right now because he done did all that bullshit, that MAGA shit and shit like that. That's something different. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't see Kanye walking across the stage after representing MAGA and White Lives Matter, all that bullshit. He deserved to get booed. But fucking Whitney ain't do nothing to get booed, but make a hit record. That's it. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm sorry, hit records. You know, and she was bigger than she was, you know, the most successful out of that era. You know what I mean? She dominated that shit. You know? So
look at her competition, like Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, fuck who else? Janet Jackson.
Yeah, all the top. Look what you naming though. We name all the top dogs, but those ain't the ones that they ain't where the hate came from. The hate didn't come from the top dogs. The hate came from people, you know, R&B females that was singing soul music that probably was out before her or during her and felt that she got too much fame for them. You know what I mean? They just felt some type of way. Real talk. Because the damn shit ain't come from the people you name. Not at all. Then the people who loved her, you know? A Prince, a Michael, you know what I'm saying? You know, whoever, you know what I mean? They fuck with her.
Facts.
Yeah, but you need development now, man, because you know, it's a different type of development. Honestly, and with labels, because of the way they finesse the budgets and stuff, they say, hey, you know what, you gotta come already developed. You know what I'm saying? Somehow. You gotta be developed to some level. You know what I'm saying? For us to invest in you.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think Nas and Primo gonna do a 3-album?
No. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Nah,
we don't need that. No disrespect.
One and done?
Yep.
Yeah. That's all we need. No.
Yeah. Now if any, like he did mention, like if him and AZ do the album, that he might have Primo on it too. But I think that's gonna be this. I think this is it. I don't think we need like a trilogy of albums.
No.
I like it the way it is. I think it's a great album. I think it's one of the best of the year, and I just don't understand what people expected.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see P-Rock doing like another album with Common.
Yeah, well, they plan on doing that one.
Yeah, but as far as like Premier, and Nas, like this album it took like years to make.
Right.
And I think Nas he wants to do other, but like he's in a zone where he wants to do as many different projects as he can.
Yeah.
What's your prediction on the numbers?
I don't even share.
I heard it. They said it streamed like 2 million already.
God damn.
But I don't think the numbers matter because
you're talking about
the streaming numbers. They said it is
or like
the streams for the album. They said it went over 2 million already.
Yeah.
But I don't think the numbers will even matter because the energy is where it's at.
Right.
Like the way people are talking about the album, the way that people, are responding to certain songs, from the album like Bouquet and Riotous Junkies. Like the streaming numbers is not going to truly reflect what's happening. Like, for example, if you listen to a song on a certain streaming platform and you play it, 20 times, it doesn't mean that you bought, that you streamed it or listened to it 20 times. Right. It just means that you just let it play, 20 times. So I don't think it's a true reflection of how really people.
No. They have a way for their algorithm to so like your ISP, it's only gonna ping that one time. So you can listen to it 100 times. They have a way for the algorithm to see that it's the same person that's replaying that album, so it doesn't count the streams.
Well, I'll venture a guess that the numbers will be better than Missionary, by Snoop and Dre last year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
God, man. Yo,
that was a bad album.
Yo, y'all terrible. Yo, I can't even talk because I was scared to listen to it.
That WAWG, that was the best West Coast album in a long time, yo.
Dog Pound was fire.
Yeah. We all be that album. That album was pretty dope, man. They need to do one more.
The thing about, like, I didn't see Dre get half as much heat for his production as Premier is catching for the production on Light Years.
That's true too.
Right.
That's true.
You didn't see who catch half the heat?
Dre.
Dr. Dre.
That's true.
Oh, but you gotta understand, you know why? Think about it. No disrespect to Dr. Dre. But what was more hyped up to hear? This or the Dre shit? Think about it. Yeah. Like nobody I'm saying
Detox 2 was hyped, yo.
Yeah, but he never dropped it.
Nah, he never dropped it. Talking about far as like that Snoop and him album, because the way it came out, it was
but I'm saying Detox 2
had that's something different.
Hype to it.
Nah, it's still it's dropping. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Mm-hmm. If I was Dre, this is listen. All them albums that we always wanted to hear, this is the time to do it. This is the time.
What's Dre doing right now? I ain't seen Dre in the
Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
I ain't seen him around at all.
The problem with Dre is that for Dre, unless the album is going to do like a million streams in a weekend, is going to have like a big pop chorus. For him, it's not even worth releasing.
You don't think Dre is going to garner the hip hop heads to come out and listen to what he releases?
He ain't gonna release it at this point.
I ain't gonna lie though. Now I ain't gonna lie though. To me, this is the best time to release a Detox album. This is the time. Look. Everybody said it was too late. Everybody. I'm saying no. What I'm saying is everybody thought it was too late for the Nas and Preemo album. So why not Drake drop the album for Detox? Might as well.
Because I think it's too much pressure, and he knew that. It's like going into the project is too much pressure.
See, that's really the only pressure is really him battling himself in his head, because he's such a perfectionist that it backfires on him. One thing about perfectionists to be on top one day and then they want to sit in the corner tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And be an introvert. You know what I'm saying?
That Compton album you released?
Yo, God,
that was dope. Yeah,
you liked it?
You like that album?
Yeah, I ain't gonna fuck. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I fucks songs on it. No, I fucks with it. I ain't gonna hold. I fucks with it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? But I fucks with it.
I bought the hard copy, yo.
You bought the hard copy of that? Wow.
The hard copy, yo.
Yeah, don't feel ashamed, bro.
Throw that shit away.
Nah, I did too. I ain't gonna hold you.
You bought the hard copy for that?
Yeah, because you got to think it was 2015.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was around the time when what's the name dropped, right? When the movie dropped, right?
Should I Compton?
Yeah. So it's like
I like Talking to My Diary. That's the only song I really liked on there. The last song. Oh man,
it was some shit. But,
I can't believe you bought that, bro. Like, tell that shit off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, yo.
Oh my God. He actually bought it. Wow.
I from Best Buy. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Wow.
When the Best Buy. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you that last album I bought though. I'm talking about like physical album I bought. Like when people still buying. I think I was one of the last person still buying CDs. That's the last album I bought.
What's that?
Somebody laugh, somebody understand.
Okay.
Rage Against the Machine.
Ooh, which one?
No. I'm sorry.
Battle of Los Angeles?
No. I'm sorry. How can I say it? It's Rage Against something. The Joe Budden album.
Oh, that joint. I remember that joint.
The last one, his last album.
I remember
his last album. I was like, damn. And I was pissed because I had to actually go to a whole other store to get it. Thinking that they still sell CDs that relevant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn,
Show that booklet. You showing the booklet?
Huh?
No, he's showing the booklet. The 16. What's
Yo.
the Compton booklet? Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
I love hard copies, yo.
I
I
love
don't
it
know,
too,
man.
but I
I
wasn't
love
buying
hard
that.
copies, man.
Nah,
God.
but yo, we fans of the culture,
Yes,
bro. Like
I know.
we fans of
It's all good.
I love booklets and all that.
Yeah, man.
Read it too.
Sure.
Place item in the bagging area.
Yeah.
I miss. You know, I used to always go to Best Buy and pick up my CDs. And
Right?
yo.
That's Bob.
Place.
Dang.
There was a spot in Manhattan I used to go to.
Uh,
Yo, they used to rape you on the prices, yo. CDs was like $25, yo. Yo,
come on.
yeah, but yo,
And it's not on vinyl?
no
That's
CD.
wow.
Bro,
CD for $25? Oh yeah, you were getting raped.
yo,
You
bro.
was getting raped, Paul.
Yo, when you couldn't find it in Best Buy or you couldn't find it like around the way, there was a spot. There was a spot at Union Square, yo. You go to on Union Square.
I know. You talking about Bondi's?
I don't know the name, man. But it's
Bondi's
like,
it used to be like a mom and pop spot.
and you
It was like right next to Jane on Music World.
A skinny walkway, and they had everything on the
they
left
they
and
had
right
like the small spot. They had like a upstairs, downstairs. Like the upstairs they sell a record, and then downstairs would be the DVDs.
No. That's
No, not that spot.
Oh, no, you're right. There was a stairs to go upstairs.
Yeah. It was downstairs they sell the DVDs. Yeah, but they got rid of Bondi's after 9/11.
Bro, I used to go there. That's where I bought my. I couldn't find the What's that album from Lakey the Kid when they got the hands tied together?
Which one is that?
The one that the
The
41st.
the one he put out. Oh, the one
side?
about the one he put out on Land Speed.
41st side.
Yeah, the one he put out on Land Speed.
No, it's something else.
I had to go find that, and they had it, bro.
Yo, you should have went to Beach Street, the downtown Brooklyn. They had it.
I wasn't really going to Brooklyn to buy.
Yeah, Super Beach Street had that.
Queens. I used to work in Manhattan at that time, so it's either
Right.
Queens. Man, they were like $20-something for their CDs, bro.
They were robbing people over there.
But they had stuff that you couldn't find in Best Buy sometimes.
Yeah. Best Buy didn't have everything. You know, that's
I used to. There's like there was a record store around my way. It was like a small, independent record store.
Yeah.
And they had like albums that you could not find at a major chain. Like I bought like Steve-O there. I bought shit. Oh, I remember buying like the Mo Script. You remember Mo Thug compilation?
Oh yeah, which one? The Mo Thug scriptures?
Yeah.
That joint was fire.
Boom.
Yeah,
that's my mom's favorite group, man.
Word? Wow.
My mom's favorite group is Bone Thugs.
Wow, that's dope.
And Houdini.
Yeah, man, I love Houdini.
Yeah, yo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my mom's favorite groups as far as hip hop.
So
why this cat, man? Like, I think like we have to like. I would love for people to really reassess how dope Bone Thugs and Harmony is.
Thanks.
Because I don't think people really appreciate just how talented, crazy and busy especially are.
Yeah.
And like to rhyme at that speed and sing with that much harmonic variation and still rhyme about street stuff and keep it consistent.
I agree.
Yo, before I get up out of here, man, what's your rating on the Nas album, man? 1 to 10.
Like from like 5 out. What like 5 or 10? What we doing?
1 to 10. 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I'm giving it 9.5. I think it's that good.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5. I think Nas really hit the creative. He got in his creative bag with this album. I love the beats by Preemo, and it was different flavors. Like not everything was grimy, but you had your grimy tracks, and you had your creative tracks, and the tracks that made you think. And I love it. I think it's an all around a good project.
Nas is on his cannabis, 9.5.
Yeah.
All right.
I would give it probably like a 8.5.
That's all.
it's like in order for me to give it a 10, it would have to be instantly recognizable. This is a brilliant album that is that's going to be talked about for decades. Like in order for me to give it a 10, it would have to be on the level of a God, of a God's Son or a Stillmatic.
What's your last 10? What's your last 10 album, Bash?
Huh?
The last album you gave a 10 to?
Oh, that was Brooklyn Story by Master Ace from 2018.
That was a dope album.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like his storytelling was A1. It was every song was like a musical piece of the puzzle, and he really and just for narrative, but he weaved with him and Marco Polo. Marco Polo visiting, Brooklyn from Toronto, and and Master Ace, writing from the perspective that he's, bringing on Marco Polo to introduce him to hip hop culture in New York City and get him started in the industry. And there's so many dope songs on that album. Get Shot, with the ODB vocal sample. You and I, Sunken Place.
Yeah.
And there's a song on that album called American Me that it's a musical tribute to to that guy. I can't think of it. Is it Khalif Raymond? Something. The guy that he was a teenager.
That was a movie, American Me, by Edward James
Yeah.
Olmos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about a teenager named Khalif something, and he went to prison on false charges.
Oh, okay, something different.
But he didn't have the money to he didn't have the money to bail himself out, and he died in prison.
Wow.
Yeah,
crazy.
like once I heard that song and I heard his name, I wanted to learn more about him. And once I learned more about him, I mean, I was angry and just frustrated for his mom, and he's also just he's one of millions of black kids that got caught up in the system, but
right.
It doesn't make hearing about it any it doesn't make it hurt any less. Yeah, but that's the album that I really love from front to back.
All right, 8.59. Okay.
Yeah,
what you got, Playboy?
I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay.
Straight up 10?
A 10 already.
No, not a straight up 10. Between a 9.5 and a 10. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I'm juggling between 9.5 and a 10. I'm juggling. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this. I know I expressed a lot of energy about this album. But my favorite album of the year is Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what about the Nas album? If anything you could change, what would you change?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'll be honest. Even though I'm gonna keep it 100. It's one part that made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. But he killed it. And I know certain people were like, all right, here's the thing. When this Nas album is the most funniest critique album to me, because the people who I thought wouldn't fuck with it, fucks with it, and vice versa. The people who I thought wouldn't fuck with it, they did not fuck with it.
Yeah.
So it's like I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting something different from Triborough.
You was?
Yep.
You thought I wasn't gonna like it?
Bro.
Nah. No.
Rock. Who gives most pressure to Preem?
That wasn't me. No, I just noticed like 8 years ago, like, yo, he's not the same. Like, he's not the same. And I think a lot of people agree he's not the same.
Hey, Rock.
Yeah.
Hey, Rock. Come on. He be doing Preem almost like how Freeze do King.
No, I did not do that. No. Yo, Preem is still one of my favorites all time. I just felt like he was sliding off. And I felt like if he didn't come through with the Della album and this, I felt like he was done.
Hey, Ray, this was the real fall off album. This was the real fall off album, not J. Cole.
Who?
Wow.
This was a real fall off.
Right?
You know how J. Cole has an album based
Yes.
called
We still waiting for that to fall off.
And you know, like this album might as well have been a fall off.
He ain't dropped that album yet. I think Cole scared.
Now Cole coming next year. He coming early next year. Yeah, he gonna drop it early next year. Gonna drop it.
You think that's enough time, you know, for him to put some distance between him and the, you know, the between him and Drake?
Cole is not one of these industry guys, yo. Cole makes music on his own times, on his own feelings. He's doing the Dreamville stuff, so he's always dropping stuff with Dreamville.
Right.
Cole don't feel pressure to put out music, man. It's like he doesn't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
He does music as his love when he has time for it. Cole, yo, in the summer, Cole was out West 4 all over the place, riding his bike, playing basketball with George the Messiah and all these guys, and Adam Sandler. My man was out there living life, yo. Cole, he ain't like one of these industry guys, man. It seems like he doesn't care to put out music like that. When he's ready, he's ready. I respect that, man. Like, he has enough money where he shouldn't feel the pressures of having to put out content on a regular basis. When you
I'm be honest, J. Cole.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. One of my favorite songs this year was by J. Cole called Clouds. E-Clouds.
Yeah,
That boy got bars.
Yeah,
yo. He Cole that nigga. You know, on some real shit though, like he got some Nas energy with him anyway. Real talk. Like I see Nas in him and Kendrick, not just Kendrick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why he made that song. I can't believe I let Nas down. But I respect the fact that Nas came out and said you didn't let Nas down. You know what I mean? He had to do that. He could have said, you know, whatever. But like I said, this Nas album is I didn't know it was gonna be that many songs. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be like same length as Illmatic, but that shit was longer than Stillmatic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think it's better than some of the shits in the past because it's a full circle album and it's raw. He kept it raw to the essence because that's where he at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in one of the best new eras of hip hop because one is more freer, so you don't have those commercial decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, packaging it too, you know, too clean, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So they're just as raw as they want to be. You get what I'm saying? So that makes a lot of music. Like now we live in a time where it's a lot of fire that I can't not keep up with, opposed to, hey yo man, ain't shit in the radio. Yeah, all they playing is down south shit. They ain't even fucking with us. Oh, the radio watered down, and the only raw essence of music we had was the mixtapes. And when we started moving more into the digital era, like the beginning stage of digital era, you know, was on our desktops and laptops and shit. You know what I mean? Before the shit really hit the mobile scene hard. You get what I'm saying? You know, like
Ebro's going now, so let's see what happens.
Oh, hey, yo, ho. Yo, I'm glad you brought that up. Yo, I heard they got canceled behind some political shit, though.
Yeah, because he was speaking out about Trump or whatever.
Wow.
You know what's funny?
Damn.
Y'all know that they already got their YouTube channel up and running?
Yeah, I seen it.
They got a podcast.
Yeah, all three of them.
Ebro, I think it's called Laura.
Yeah.
E-L-E.
But how smart is that, though? How smart is that? All they did was take their audience with them, no middleman. Cha-ching. Word.
Up and running, yo.
Oh shit, yo, that's fire, man. I respect that.
Yeah,
Oh shit, man. That's
that's
all they
so.
did, bro. That's all they
Well,
had to do.
before we wrap it up, just tell the people where they can find you all at.
Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah,
Well, you can find
anybody.
you can
All
find
right.
me at you can find me at RAKABASH on Instagram, and I just want to thank Triborough, for always having me on. Shout out to 15 Bars, great show.
Yep.
All right,
16.
y'all know y'all can find me on 16 Bars. Check out my channel. We got nothing but 80s, 90s, 2000s. We dropping freestyles. I just started a new video where we're doing some verses, CD verses. So just old school content, man. 16 bars with a 6.
All right,
Jamaica Queens in the building.
check them out. Great.
Hey, check it out. You can catch You Gotta Respect, the Legends of Hip Hop Legacy YouTube. Also look out for the docu-series hitting streaming platforms. Follow You Gotta Respect on Instagram, and also follow that for updates for up and coming screenings. Right now, there is a virtual screening for the end of the year. You can DM for the RSVP link right at You Gotta Respect Instagram. And what You Gotta Respect is a docu-series that highlights how hip hop has made an impact in Jersey, and in return how Jersey's made an impact on hip hop. And that's the first 3 parts of the series. Also Verse Guys, which is the essence of lyricism. This series features, some of the dopest legends like Redman, Artifacts, Lords of the Underground, Naughty by Nature. We even got some classics from Joe Button, Rod Digger. The list goes on, and it's all raw. Old Red, Rise Cos, Number Fire, and again, this is a docu series that represents the culture. Definitely represents certain eras of the culture, old school, new school, RPBIG. All right.
Old school, new school, need to
Need to
learn.
learn though. I burn,
Yeah.
baby, burn like this, so infernal.
Real
Fire.
shit. Real shit.
I love it.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
man.
So, yeah.
Well, salute to everybody that came through. Ray Sean, Sam, Mike Morgan, Idle Gray, Reg, Jay Luna, everybody that showed up, like, comments, subscribe. Let me know your favorite songs from this album. If you hated the album, let me know why. And we'll be back next week. Salute to Uncle Freezy as well. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right.